It's a steamy night for week number 2 of our high school football season tonight. From Memorial Field, the Homer Center Wildcats host the Marion Center Stingers. Good evening, everybody. With Ward Hilliard, I'm Mark Burdigan. We welcome you into our booth for the ITT pregame show. We have a lot to cover. You'll hear from both coaches, Marion Center coach Adam Rising and the Homer Center Wildcats head coach Greg Page. We'll have a trip around the Heritage Conference, the introduction of the starting lineups, and much more on our ITT pregame show. The Wildcats, a rough start for the season opener, 46-13 at the hands of the United Valley Lions, and just the opposite, a very strong start for the Stingers in traditionally a tough place to play, Portage Stadium. They came away with a 21-0 victory, and they held the Portage Mustangs to 68 total yards, 56 yards rushing on 33 attempts. So it was quite a performance for Adam Rising's ball club.
We're back. Adam's got to be proud of his boys. I mean, they performed admirably, especially at Portage. You already alluded to that. And it's going to be a tall order for Homer Center here because their defense is extremely good, and Homer's offense right now is in the pits. They have got to find an answer for that. Hopefully they have worked that out in practice. They had a lot of problems last week, and they needed to correct a whole bunch. I'm certainly curious to see how they come out of it. More
problems on the defensive side with 46 points allowed again, and that's been a problem as they bring a 6-game losing streak into tonight's game dating back to last year. Hard times for Homer Center. For their fans, they're not used to it.
No, they're not, and I'm sure you go through the same thing as I do. Everywhere I go, what's going on? What's wrong? What's this? What's that? If I knew, I would tell Coach Page, and I'm sure he's wondering sometimes himself. There's some things that need corrected, and we pointed them out last week. I'm not trying to be critical, but things that jump off the field, you got to tell folks that's the way it's going, and they've got to correct that, and I'm sure the staff's going to do that.
It definitely a team with a lot of inexperience. They're going to be, unfortunately, for several weeks without their leading receiver and one of the Heritage Conference's top receivers from a year ago. Will Jones, unfortunately, broke a collarbone on a touchdown pass reception where he wasn't hit by an opponent. So go figure.
Yeah, we both watched that. I didn't see anything. And the next thing I see him on the sidelines with a splint on, and I said, what happened to him? And he just fell in the end zone and cracked it. Wow. And, that's a huge loss. They don't have, Homer does not have that many offensive weapons, and to lose one like that, it's going to be tough to fill. But, that's the opportunity for someone to step up.
All right, we're going to step out, come right back here into our S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking. I'm going to give you a number to contemplate while we're away briefly, and that number is 6,562. All right, 6,562. You think about that while we take you on a trip around the Heritage Conference with Jake Slobotnik. Repine Travel. If you have travel plans now or in the future, remember our friends at Repine Travel, and they're happy to bring you and take you on a trip around the Heritage Conference with Jake Slobotnik. Coming back with more on our ITT pregame show on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
We're ready for another week of the IRMC high school football season, and tonight's slate of games brings plenty of intriguing matchups to the local gridiron. Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's trip around the Heritage Conference presented by Repine Travel LLC, where your next adventure is just a click away. Visit repinetravel.com. I'm Jake Slobotnik, and here's what we can expect on the gridiron this week. Coach Lou McElwee couldn't have asked for a better start to his tenure at United Valley as his Lions dropped 40 points on Homer Center last Friday, and now they'll square off with Northern Cambria, who overcame Purchase Line last week at Duffy Doherty Stadium in our second U92 Heritage Conference Game of the Week. Join Todd Marino for all the action on the new U92.5 and streaming audio at u92radio.com. Coach Brandon Studer and his Conemaugh Township Indians opened their season with a dominating 52-0 win over West Shamokin last week, and they look to keep that momentum rolling as they host River Valley, who lost in their home opener to Cambria Heights, but saw plenty of positive contributions from some up-and-coming stars. Join Chuck Clark and I for all the action on Cat Country 106.3 and online at catcountry1063fm.com. Marion Center opened its season with a 21-0 shutout over Portage on the road last week, and they look to keep that going in a clash with Homer Center tonight. Catch all the action on WCCS, WCCSradio.com, and Renda Digital TV with Mark Burdig and Ward Hilliard. Other matchups across the Heritage Conference this week include Penns Manor looking for their second straight win over West Shamokin, Portage hosting Conemaugh Valley in a battle of two Cambria County teams, and a rematch of the District 6 championship game between Purchasline and Cambria Heights in Patton. Good luck to all the teams tonight, and be sure to recap all of the action with Todd Marino and Ward Hilliard on the Luther Ford Coaches Corner program tomorrow morning from 8 to 10 on WDAD and WDADradio.com. That's all for this week's trip around the Heritage Conference presented by Repine Travel LLC, where your next adventure is a click away. Visit repinetravel.com. I'm Jake Slobodnik, and I'll see you next week.
Ready for your next adventure? With Repine Travel, unforgettable memories are just around the corner. November 10th to 16th, immerse yourself in the excitement of Branson, Missouri. Or get swept up in the holiday magic of New York City, December 8th to 10th. And mark your calendars for October 2025. Set sail on a no-fly Islands in the Bahamas cruise aboard the luxurious Symphony of the Seas. Relax and explore the islands like never before. A big thank you to everyone who voted Repine Travel the best travel agency in the best of Indiana County. Book now with
GT Pregame Show continues, powered by Indiana Total Therapy with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelby Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute.
Thank you, Jake Slobodnik and Repine Travel, for taking us on a trip around the Heritage Conference. Some interesting games. I think the one I'm most interested tonight, Ward, up over the hill at United. Their home opener, United Valley hosting the Northern Cambria Colts.
Yeah, they looked real good, United Valley did down here, and we're going to see their first home game, see how they manage against the good Northern Cambria team. That'd be a good test for them.
All right, good test for you. I gave you a couple of minutes to think about it. 6,562.
Number of runs the Pirates bullpen is given.
That's a good answer, but it's the wrong answer. I like the thought, though. So here we go. In addition to Marion Center losing 11 straight games to Homer Center, the Stingers haven't won here at Memorial Field in 6,562 days, or about 18 years. The last Stingers win in Homer City came back on September 8th, 2006 by a final score of 27-7. That was the year before Greg Page became head coach.
You know, hidden vigorish, don't you? The further you go away from winning, the closer you get. And, boy, I sure hope tonight doesn't that situation if you're a Homer fan.
Well, Marion Center looking for its first 2-0 start in conference play since the COVID-shortened 2020 season. They're also, as I mentioned, looking to snap that 11-game losing streak to Homer Center. The two teams didn't play. I remember 2020. I'm sure our digital producer and manager, John Smathers, remembers 2020. We were all set up at Marion Center. It was a hot day, and we got word just about the time we were pulling out from our afternoon setup that the game would not be played due to COVID. And a couple of players, I think, had it. Homer Center trying to avoid their first 0-2 start since 2011. And I think to do so, we'll get to the keys to the game a little bit later on the ITT pregame show, but going to need much better play in the trenches on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, they will. And, you know, you give Adam Rising all the credit in the world. They started out, I believe, 0-3 last year, turned everything around, and they've been riding that wave of momentum right into this season. So that win at Portage isn't all that big a surprise. This is a good team, and they're going to be hard to beat.
Tonight is the 43rd all-time meeting between the two schools. Homer Center owns a 27-15 lead, winning the last 11, as I've mentioned, outscoring the Stingers 333-140. If you're watching on Renda Digital TV, I do ask Greg Page, or I mentioned the winning streak and the long streak here at home against Marion Center, and just watch the coach's facial reactions as we go through that piece of the interview. We're going to have both coaches' interviews coming up. Before we do that, I want to mention it's in the program book too, because when the program book was printed, we weren't sure. The chance of Homer Center's game against Penns Manor next Friday being moved to a Saturday, like old time at Penns Manor, Saturday night football. But they were able to find an officiating crew, so that game will stay on Friday night. But then the very next night, we have a Renda Digital TV special. The only place to watch Marion Center hosting Cambria Heights, which could be a very interesting early season marquee matchup, will be right here on Renda Digital TV. If you're watching here tonight, I guess if you're listening, that doesn't apply. You'll have to go to Renda Digital TV. So that will be next Saturday. Jake Slobotnik will join me, and we will be on the air at 6:30. Should be a fun night up on the hill at Dr. Molino Stadium for Cambria Heights and Marion Center. Coming up next, you're going to hear from both coaches. Adam Rising up first. Adam's in his 7th season already, a 31-30 record. He is 0-5 against Homer Center. It's the only team in the Heritage Conference he has not beaten. And Greg Page to follow in his 18th season, a 112-77 mark, and he is 14-2 against Marion Center. Will that long streak end tonight? We're not too far away from finding out when our ITT pregame show continues. Coach Rising up next on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Welcome back to our ITT pregame show here on WCCS and on Renda Digital TV. As promised, head coach Adam Rising of the Marion Center Stingers. And, Coach, all I can say is, wow, what a performance to open up the season at Portage. It had to feel good to get off on the right foot, 21-0.
Yeah, that week one, you're always concerned if are you ready, on all components of the game, and offensively, defensively, most importantly, special teams, and we got clicking. It took us a little while to settle in, so forth, but we did what we had to do offensively. It wasn't pretty at times, but defensively really stuck out, and we had 11 hats swarming to the football.
Yeah, held them to 68 yards, 56 yards rushing, and had to be one of the best defensive performances in your tenure.
Yeah, it's been a while, probably since Garrett Wells and those guys, where we kept an opponent under 100 yards. It's great, and it's been a huge focal point off-season for us, is to continue to become more physical and change some things up defensively and schematically, and it paid off against Portage, and let's hope we can do well tonight.
I texted you earlier in the week. I like digging into finding some unique stats, and I was wondering, when's the last time Marion Center started a season throwing a goose egg? And I can only go back to about 2003 or so, and I didn't see any. So if there's one, it's prior to that. Did you find out for me?
I'm going to take a guess. I think it was actually 2000 when we beat United. And I believe that was a 6-zip game or 7-zip game. But we're still digging, Mark. That's not 100% concrete information yet. Maybe I need to reach out to Coach Malecki. He would remember something like that.
All right, well, that gives me an idea. Coach, we talked about the defense. Offensively, you did just enough, right? Probably some room for growth there.
Yeah, definitely a lot of room for growth. Up front, we were adequate. We weren't dominant as much as we like to be and physical. There's a ton of room for potential there, but we were decent at times. We have to get better. Playmakers, McCoy, Runk, Plauschnock, Phillips, Savinsky, Rising. We feel pretty confident 4, 5, 6 guys where we can distribute the football out and be well balanced.
So from week 1 to week 2, they always talk about, the greatest improvements are made from week 1 to 2. Is there anything specifically you'd like to see your team improve on?
Yeah, our pass protection has to get better. Portage gave us some fits at times. That's been a really priority this week, high on the list as well. Ball security, like every week. Special teams, there's area for room for improvement as well. Just maintaining and sustaining blocks. We made initial contact last week that was decent, but it needs, guys need to learn to play to 4, 5, 6 seconds. So compared to last week's temperature and this week's temperature, much different. So it's been a little bit harder to get the kids motivated with the heat as well. But we can't use that as an excuse. It's going to be hot this evening, but another nice night to play football.
Absolutely. Homer Center, the opponent. Here you are at Memorial Field getting ready for the game. Your thoughts on the Wildcats? Coach Page doesn't hide from it either, driving them crazy, of course, with the success they're used to, but they've been struggling.
100%. It's tough when you have some of those years where you're reloading to stay, but they're solid up front. They're well coached up front. They got some good size. I know it's going to give us some fits. Some younger guys, I guess, that just haven't got to know their names well enough yet. As the season goes on and kids get older and develop and mature in their own ways. But Dunn's a nice ball player for them. He does a lot of nice things, whether he's at QB or scat back. Between their jet and their jet read, they do a lot of great things off of that. They gave United Valley some, they drove down the field initially and installed, I think it was inside the 10. But they did some really good things against United that we're going to have to be prepared for.
Do you have to guard against, in today's day and age, so much different from back when you played, Adam, social media and everything? Do you have to guard against your kids being overconfident even though it's only week 2?
Oh, 100%. I think the technology world that we live in, actually Coach Penazada and I were talking about this yesterday, and we were thankful that we did not have it, right? I mean, the kids think it's a great thing that they have more friendships within the Tri-County surrounding schools and so forth. But, teenagers and the electronics that can, I don't want to say brainwash them in a sense, but, they got to be grounded, and have that balance of school, football, and technology.
Other than the obvious taking care of the football, what are keys for you here tonight?
Sustaining blocks, maintaining blocks, securing drives. That's a thing that we just have to get better at. We can't, necessarily live on big plays. We got to learn how to cap off those 60, 70, 80-yard drives and eat up 6, 7, 8 minutes of clock. I think that's huge for tonight, Mark. I know Coach Page, I'm sure, is going to have a great defensive schematic plan ready to go against us. So we got to be able to ready to counter off it and get our playmakers the ball, whether it's inside the tackle box, off tackle, or out in space is going to be our goal.
Health pretty good coming out of the Portage game, Adam?
Yeah, knock on wood, being mid-30s. We hit on Friday and we get after a little bit during the week, but it's more about recovery and staying healthy. But we had to talk yesterday that, everybody's going to have bumps and bruises from this point on.
Adam, thanks for doing this. As always, we'll talk to you on the post-game show, which will then make it easier for you on Saturday morning with Todd Marino and Coach's Corner. We'll take care of business after this game here tonight. We wish you the best of luck, not only tonight. And by the way, we'll be at your stadium Saturday night. Next Saturday, that game switch, we'll be able to do it on Renda Digital TV. Should be a good one. Cambria Heights coming to Molino Stadium, but you're not worried about that one just yet.
Let's take care of business tonight. Thank you, Mark.
All right. Adam Rising. Coming up next, we'll hear from Homer Center Wildcat head coach, brought to you by Walbeck Insurance. More choices, more savings. Walbeck Insurance in downtown Homer City. That and more when the ITT pregame show continues from Memorial Field in Homer City. Coming back after this on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IR.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Wheelchairs for Warriors is revved up for an adventurous motorcycle benefit ride hosted by Betty Lou's 2 Backside Bar and Grill. Join the cause for an exhilarating day of riding, delicious food and refreshing beverages, awesome music, and a vibrant community spirit. The ride starts and ends at Betty Lou's 2 just outside of Clymer on Highway 286 East. All street legal vehicles are welcome. Join the ride and make a difference for our injured veterans and first responders. See you on the road. Check out Betty Lou's 2 Facebook page for the details.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
More choices and more savings at Walbeck Insurance. 479-9378. 479-9378.
Welcome back to our ITT pregame show. Coach Greg Page joining us, as always, insured by Walbeck Insurance of Homer City. More choices, more savings. See Rob and his crew at Walbeck Insurance. Coach, rough start last week, 46-13 loss here at home against the United Valley Lions. What were your biggest takeaways as you kind of digested that game and tried to rinse it off?
Well, I thought it was a great start. We had great energy. We stuffed them early on, got a good punt return. We moved the ball inside to 10, and I got to be a little more creative there. It's a tough situation, 4th and 3. Credit to United Valley for stopping us there. And then we kind of let them dictate the game. Time of possession was not good in our favor. They controlled it. They gashed us at times and put some good drives together, and then they won the special teams battle. So you lose 2 of the 3 battles, you're probably going to lose a game.
I'm sure special teams might top this list, but biggest disappointments and maybe conversely things that give you hope moving forward.
I think a lot of times with our alignment we were okay defensively, but we found sometimes we had guys go into the same gap, and unfortunately United found that and they run there, and it's going to be 8 to 10 yard gain minimum. Special teams has to be at the top of the list. We have to be better. I felt like we've worked harder on all 3 phases starting with the summer. It's just one of those things. And, again, it's a first night. It's a first game. You got guys in positions that maybe they're not used to because they don't have the experience. But you got to come out ready to play. United Valley did.
Last week I talked about going back to Week 10 against Conemaugh Valley last year. The body language in the second half of that game was not good. I thought last week, right to triple zeros, the effort was there, and you had to be pleased with that.
I was, yeah. And, after you get over the initial the wearing off of the game from Friday night into Saturday, then you watch some film and you think about it a little bit. There were times our kids really got after it. And even though we only lost 5 kids from last year, we're still a young team at a lot of positions. I was impressed and enthused with the effort. Guys were getting after people. I saw that on the defensive end, even when we didn't make plays. So that's something to build off of.
Every week's a battle, and you have another good ball club coming in here tonight, Marion Center, fresh off of a 21-0 shutout victory on a place that's usually a tough place to play, Portage Stadium, but they really took it to the Mustangs, particularly owning it on defense.
Yeah, and we've been here, and Adam was going to have a much better team this year, and you can tell they're prepared right out of the gate. I thought they did well offensively. They scored 3 times. They took advantage of what Portage gave them, but defensively they were just stout. To me, it's the aggressiveness. I thought that's the difference between this year and last year going against them, and we're seeing them early in the season again. So we're going to have to come out and do some different things. We're not going to be able to bang our heads against them for 48 minutes, and we know that. That's not our offense anyway. But, to their credit, they're really ahead of the ball game that way, and so we're just going to have to try to crack them a little bit.
Yeah, defensively they were very stout. Offensively, they return a lot of experience. As a matter of fact, 8 or 9 starters both sides of the ball. But quarterback Cam Rising is back. Drew Runk returns from an injury that he sustained a year ago. Really knocked him out all of last year. Mason Pliskonic, Noah McCoy, good weapons offensively. And then the Slavinsky brothers are good multi-sport athletes. So although they didn't maybe dominate as much offensively as they did defensively a week ago, they still get your attention, don't they, with the variety of athletes that they can throw at you.
Yeah, absolutely, and of course that's a week 1 for them too. So they got kids. Some of those kids are younger kids, a few of them. So they're feeling their way through. All those guys you mentioned, I was hoping you wouldn't make me mention 34's last name. I thought it was Plosnock, but I'm not sure.
You might be right.
But he's a good weapon offensively, and he's a good free safety. And McCoy is a kid they like to throw the ball to. I'm impressed with Adams, Boy at quarterback, and those running backs you named. I think Phillips is another one. Those are guys that they're different sized kids. All of them. Runk is a tough kid. I remember him from a couple years ago as well. So we got our hands full, and I saw some of their linemen at the Lineman Challenge in the spring, and they were some big kids too. So they want to come at you with that physical approach in the wing tee.
Okay, I didn't mention it to Coach Rising yesterday. I know when you hate when I bring this kind of stuff up. 11 straight years you've beaten them. You did not play in 2020. You are 14-2 against the Stingers overall in your coaching career. You've never lost to them at home, 8-0. They haven't won here since 2006, which predates your tenure. Now, keep in mind this won't air until about 25 till 7, and I doubt that they'll be watching it on their phones down on the field. But it is actually crazy how some teams, I'm sure you've been on the other end of it, some teams just have the other team's number, and I hope you're hoping that you can extend the numbers that I just talked about.
Yeah, nothing like putting a little bit more pressure on me or us, but I don't know. And it's a game like every year. It's not like they're ever bad. They're never bad. I mean, they've always got either good or solid football teams. And the thing of it is, it's one of those. I have to attribute the fact that we've been fortunate. I mean, like I said, they've had good football teams, good coaches since I've been here. Dave Malicki, Paul DeHaven, Adam certainly has done a great job there. I mean, I don't know what the answer is. Maybe I'm sure there's a lot of luck involved too, but if don't mention that to them because it's going to give them even more incentive, and they probably already know. And I don't know. It's one of those things. I have a lot of respect for their program, though.
Fill in the missing blank, the rest of the sentence. To make this a 4-quarter football game, we have to.
Can I use 2 things?
Yep.
Limit turnovers and be better on special teams.
All right, we'll go with that. Injuries, unfortunately, lost Will Jones with a broken collarbone, going to be out for some time. Everybody else pretty healthy.
Yeah, they are. And, the thing about Will is he's worked so hard. He's just one of those kids he's a program kid. Not only that, he's probably our best playmaker overall when you get him in space and things. So we feel for him. But, I'm trying to be positive with Will. He's a good young man with a good family. This is just a game of football. And, hopefully we get him back. And if he does get cleared and he has a few games left, that'd be a blessing and a bonus for him at that point. So we wish him well.
Thank you, head coach Greg Page, and we will talk to you on the postgame.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you to Walbeck Insurance, too, for sponsoring the Greg Page Show each and every week. And our ITT pregame show continues with the keys to the game. Coming up next as we march on from Memorial Field in Homer City on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC. Back to the ITT pregame show from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking S&T Bank. Before we go any further, we're getting food 2 weeks in a row here.
Look at it. Thank you.
Thank you to Greg's DeBille Mavericks. On Greenville Road. Fabulous place. They will have the game on tonight, and great food, fun. Yeah, sports atmosphere.
Their wings are terrific.
And, boy, I can smell them. Unfortunately, I just told Greg, who personally delivered things here, I can't eat until after the game.
Before the game's over.
Yeah, so, but
beautiful voice of yours.
Dennis is going to guard them from our statistician, Jerry Rosside, tonight. It's time for the keys to the game, driven by Luther Ford Lincoln, right up over the hill. Thank you, Mario Luther, for your longtime support of amateur athletics here on the Renda Media stations. And, Ward, what about the keys for the Stingers and the Wildcats tonight?
For Marion Center, I think one of the things is the control line of scrimmage. I think it's always important when you come in here. Move the ball. That allows you to possess the ball, keep the ball away from the other team, and also get down and score. So that's a big one. Another key, I think, is they have to find a way to bottle up Braden Dunn. He is the big threat on Homer's side of the ball, so they need to bottle him up. And finally, they just got to stay away from mistakes. Don't turn the ball over. Don't take silly penalties. Keep Homer in the game, and you don't want to be doing that. For Homer Center, where do I start? Let's see here. First thing, defense. Get off the field. This 2 good plays and 1 bad isn't cutting it, and that's what's happening. They have 2 good plays. The 3rd play, they give up a first down, and that doesn't work out very well. Secondly, they've got to get Braden Dunn more involved. Give them opportunities on the rollouts, those short passes. They scored a touchdown on a short pass underneath. It doesn't take much, and it keeps the ball in your hands, and I think it's very important they do that. And finally, defensively, make some turnovers. Get the ball back, shorten the field. Give yourself a reason to be playing a little harder offensively, and the list goes on. But if you do that much, you have a good chance at least to stay in the game.
Keys to the game, driven by Luther Ford, Route 119 in Homer City. Visit them online at lutherfordhomercity.com. Final couple of days of the month of August. We'll be marching into the month of September. We wish everybody a safe and happy Labor Day weekend, the final summer holiday weekend. Hard to believe how time goes by. We will have our Grand Beginnings Children's Center kickoff. That will be coming up. And on the other side of this break, you're going to get the starting lineups for both teams. And we want to thank Chris Garitano, the comm media teacher, who's also the public address announcer here at Memorial Field. The Homer Center Wildcat players will introduce themselves both on WCCS radio and also on Renda Digital TV. Welcome to our statistician. The limo just dropped them off. Jerry Rosseye in the house. Our digital producer is John Smathers. Our radio producer, executive producer of Wildcat Sports, Michael Burdick. Coming back with more on the ITT pregame show. The starting lineups are next on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
SCG Hobby. It's in the name. Sports cards, comics, gaming, and more. Speaking of more, they also have a huge selection of Legos, board games, Dungeons & Dragons, and Warhammer. Whatever you fancy, they've got you covered. Come join the SCG family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Back to our ITT pregame show. It is time for the starting lineups. We will give you the Marion Center starting offense first, and then the Homer Center players will introduce the starting lineups on their own, thanks to Chris Garetano in the Comm Media Department. Thank you, Chris, who serves as the public address announcer here, too. Marion Center Stingers have just taken the field. Ward, what about their starting lineup?
Oh, at the end will be Noah McCoy, a senior, 6 foot 147 left tackle. Cullen Anderson, a senior, 6 foot 272. Left guard is Lakin Bailey, 5'11", 223-pound senior. Center is Carter Knox, a junior at 5'10", 203. Jason Freeman, the right guard, a freshman at 5'9", 156. Right tackle is Owen Hopper. He's a senior, 5'10", 187. And Troy Slavinsky is the wideout on the right side. He's a freshman at 5'9", 155. Quarterbacking will be Cam Rising, the coach's son, junior, 5'11", 192. He's joined at the flanker position by Mason Plosnock. He's a senior, 6 foot 178. Trent Slavinsky will be one of the running backs, sophomore, 5'11", 172. And Drew Rung is the other wing back, senior, 5'9", 176.
All right, thank you. The Marion Center starting lineups provided to you by the Indiana County Technology Center. Indiana County Technology Center providing the necessary tools to jumpstart your future. Visit their website at ictc.edu. That's ictc.edu. And now the Homer Center offensive unit, and here they are.
My name is Braden Dunn. I'm a senior, 5'7.5", 185, and I play quarterback.
My name is Dan Jones. I'm 5'9", 140 pounds. I'm a senior, and I play wide receiver.
I'm Riley Kobaugh. I'm a junior. I'm 5'7", 140 pounds. I play wide receiver.
I'm Brian Mills. I'm 5'9", 170. I'm a senior, and I play running back.
My name is Caden McInaldi. I'm 6 foot, 205 pounds. I'm a sophomore, and I play tight end.
I'm Deegan Fedorik. I'm 6'3", 180, and I play tight end.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Ruffner. I'm 6'3", 225, and I play right tackle.
Colin Dunn, 5'8", 210 pounds. I'm a freshman and I play right guard.
My name's Zach Wilson. I'm 5'9", 260 pounds. I'm a senior and I play center.
I'm Josh Wilczuk. I'm 5'9", 185 pounds. I'm a senior and I play left guard.
Hi, I'm Elijah Butterly. I'm 5'11", 230 pounds. I'm a senior and I play left tackle.
ICTC.edu. That's ICTC.edu. Our cameraman up above us, Ted Maseko. On the field, Chris Yonner. Welcome back, Chris. Glad to have you part of our broadcast team. Starting lineups, I believe, maybe still rolling on. Oh, we're done? Okay. That's because I have a delay. That's what it is on my iPad. Forgot about that. We're going to shut this off, Ward, because it will. Yeah. I'm trying to sync up with video, and there's a delay. Keep forgetting about that. Hey, Renda Digital TV, standalone game, no radio next Saturday night. I'll be joined by Jake Slobotnik, and Homer Center has won the toss and deferred. They will kick off to Marion Center. So 6:30 will be airtime. Saturday night football at Molino Stadium. That's the ITT pregame show. As I guess I should finish the point, the Highlanders of Cambria Heights at Marion Center next Saturday. You'll be able to watch it on Renda Digital TV. That's the ITT pregame show. Stay with us for the start of tonight's game. Coming up next here on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Every year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hunt & Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hunt & Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an agency working in your best interest. And that's Hunt & Blues Insurance, 2 locations, Indiana and Johnstown.
For the Stingers, Troy Slavinsky, and he is flanked as we do get some wind kicking into our mics here. Trent Slavinsky, one of the up men, along with Noah McCoy. And Brady Fraser approaches the ball. Good end over end kick. Drives him back to the 5-yard line. Slavinsky to the 15, left sideline 20, 25, 30, and up the left sideline to the 40 where he steps out of bounds. And it's going to be about a 35-yard return for Marion Center's Troy Slavinsky, a freshman, 5'9", 155. Let's see where they put him out of bounds.
Well, he backed a little bit.
33, up.
But again, that's been a sore spot for Homer, kick coverage, and fortunately he stepped out where he did. So field position, so. See how the defense does.
33, Marion Center. Out over the football will be Carter Knox, the 5'10", 203-pound junior. Not particularly big across the front. Last week, not a great offensive night, 168 yards of offense, and they do have to call a timeout. Dennis Mester, our spotter in the booth, spotted that. They were confused a little bit. 10 seconds into the game, timeout. Brought to you all night long by Luxembourg's Jewelers, coming back with Marion Center's first play from scrimmage on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Jim's Cruising, proud of our progress, and the best is yet to come. Paid for by friends of Jim's Cruising.
And now we're ready, and Rising is sacked as he rolled to his right and back inside the 30-yard line. And breaking through for the Homer Center Wildcats, it was Eli Butterly and Josh Voluchek. And the Stingers are going to go quickly after a 5-yard loss back to the 27 or 28-yard line.
That's one of the thinking is to start on defense because they had a good start last week. See, that was a nice first play.
Rising going to keep it around the left end, and Brady Fraser trying to get the angle on him, and it's Braden Dunn that knocks him out of bounds into the Marion Center bench. He may get back to the original line of scrimmage, actually maybe a yard shy at about the 32-yard line, but pretty good defense by Homer Center.
Again, not sure what happened with MC on that first series there, having to call a timeout. They seemed confused. Adam Rising came in a little bit late, and it just never seemed to gel, so they had to use a timeout. A big stop here for the Wildcats. Can they get off the field? We already said this was a big...
Tyler Phillips in the backfield, sidecar to the left. Rising takes the snap, going to throw deep down the field, has a receiver who hauls it in, and Noah McCoy running for a touchdown. 68 yards on 3rd and 11. They convert. He had a touchdown pass last week in the win at Portage, and he has his second of the season. Well-thrown ball by Cam Rising, and the Stingers strike, and they strike big on 3rd down. It's 6-0.
That's got to be frustrating for the coaching staff. I mean, you got 3rd and 11. You don't let the receiver behind you. Simple as that. It's a well-thrown ball. The guy was 2 steps open. It should never have happened. Should never happen.
Long snapper is Brooks Stormer. Holder, Troy Slavinsky. Brady Haggerty, freshman kicker. List him at just 5'5", 145 pounds. Was 1 for 2 last week, and this kick is blocked and a flag flies too. So we'll see what that is about. For now, the kick no good.
Well, you'd think it'd be offsides Homer Center the way things have been going for them, but we'll see. We're going to get
Lou Izotic says
personal
foul Homer Center. Interesting. Something with the center, maybe?
Foul's a personal foul.
I don't think
contact with the center.
Well, there you are. Thank you, Chris.
Can't jump over the center or anything like that.
Marion Center now will try for 2. But that's just a backbreaker.
In the backfield, Phillips, and Rising fumbled the football and gets it back, and he's trying to get to the goal line. I don't think he did, and the 2-point try is going to fail, and it does. But 101 into the football game, Marion Center strikes on a big 3rd down and 11, 68-yard touchdown pass to Noah McCoy. They lead as we go to break on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Wheelchairs for Warriors is revved up for an adventurous motorcycle benefit ride hosted by Betty Lou's 2 Backside Bar and Grill. Join the cause for an exhilarating day of riding, delicious food and refreshing beverages, awesome music, and a vibrant community spirit. The ride starts and ends at Betty Lou's 2 just outside of Clymer on Highway 286 East. All street legal vehicles are welcome. Join the ride and make a difference for our injured veterans and first responders. See you on the road. Check out Betty Lou's 2 Facebook page for the details.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Up the football for the Marion Center Stingers, Colin Anderson. And he approaches the ball. Kick is away, end over end, taken at the 16-yard line. And with the football, Voluchik, and Voluchik knifed down. That is Sean Voluchik on the return. Gets to about the 26-yard line. Isaac Besa on the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers.
Sean had a nice run last week for a score.
Isaac Besa on the
Expect to see a little more of them tonight.
Wildcats take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So let's see what the Wildcats can do against this Marion Center defense that didn't give up hardly anything last week. 68 total yards, 56 rushing yards on 33 Portage rushing attempts. Braden's done from the gun. Going to throw underneath to Brian Mills. Good play to the 35 up into the, as he approaches the 40-yard line on the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers, Troy Slavinsky. Freshman 5'9", 155. Good safe pass. Good start for Homer Center on first down. They gain 15.
You said it, boss. That's what we talked about. Keep the ball short. Let your runners make the yardage. Nice pickup on that play. Nice pass by Braden Dunn.
Last week, Braden 2 for 7 with an interception, 42 yards passing. Tight end right for Homer Center is Deegan Fedork. Got a fullback in there, and Frazier gets the handoff, and he's stacked up after about a 2-yard gain. By the way, our opening kickoff, want to mention that again, brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations teaching children to shine since 1991. And for every point scored, Grand Beginnings donating $1 to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. Last week, across our 4 games on the Renda Radio Network, 176 points. That means $176. Last tackle again, Isaac Besa for the Stingers. 2nd down and 8. Firing over the middle and behind Deegan Fedork, and it will be 3rd down and 8. Maybe a miscommunication there, Worth.
Yeah, there was a blitz. Inside backer blitz, and that was the side to throw the ball on that I think Braden just rushed it.
So last week, Noah McCoy, a 50-yard touchdown reception against Portage. Tonight, a 68-yarder to get things going for the Stingers. 10-14 opening quarter. They lead at 6-0. When I mentioned referee Lou Izotic after this play. Dunn throwing, has Fedork. Fedork to midfield, but he spun down about a yard shy of the first down. Let's see what head coach Greg Page does. Chris Yonner, our field cameraman, you get a shot of Lou Izotic, the referee. He's in his 55th year.
No way.
Of refereeing. This might be his last, not a final decision yet. 4th down and a yard. Wildcats will go for it right from midfield, and Dunn under center takes the snap and has a first down. Good surge by Zach Wilson. Good straight ahead blocking by Wilson. Colin Dunn, the freshman guard. Cam Rising stopped them, but the Wildcats are in Marion Center territory at the 45-yard line.
A little Philadelphia Eagle stuff there, huh? He was in the shotgun, then ran up, took the direct snap, and just pushed it ahead for a yard. Good call. Good call. Perfect position to make that call. Now the Wildcats are in 4-down territory.
Fedork, a receiver to the right. Keep in mind, Will Jones, sadly injured last week. His twin brother, Dan Jones, at the top of the screen, if you're watching. They give it to Mills, and Mills, tough sledding, dragged down for a loss back at the 46 or 47-yard line.
Isaac Besa.
Stingers are doing a lot of blitzing. 2 inside backers that time came in. Homer's going to have to recognize that and maybe check out of some of these dives because they're getting stuffed.
Isaac Besa on the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Next Saturday night, we will be at Dr. John Molino's Stadium. Saturday Night Football. The only place to view it will be on Renda Digital TV. We'll be on the air at 6:30. Sports Special. They moved that game because of lack of officials for the weekend. Dunn, pressure coming from Besa. Besa sacks him back in Homer Center territory. He came clean from the right side, I believe, and sacks him all the way back at the 47-yard line. And that will set up 3rd down and 18.
Yeah, Braden had no chance. Besa was untouched, came off the right side, as you said, Mark. Good play and a short tackle. He didn't let him slip away.
Wildcats, a receiver. Slot left is Ocean Maritita. Motion is Riley Coball behind the formation. Now a flag from the back judge.
Flag on the play.
And I think it's going to be delay of game on Homer Center. I saw the clock kind of reset, the play clock in the end zone. Let's see if that's the call. Nope, illegal procedure on the Wildcats.
Illegal procedure on the Wildcats is a 5-yard penalty to make it 3rd and 24.
Wildcats shooting themselves in the foot after looked like a promising drive, but a sack and a penalty have put them back, way back.
3rd down, 24 is on the scoreboard, and Dunn throws out in the flat, and Brian Mills has some space. Good quick cut, 45-50, fumbles the football, and I think he got it back at the Marion Center 44-yard line.
Lost the ball.
Wow, that was dangerously close to being a turnover. Either way, for Homer Center, they're going to be faced now with 4th down and long.
Yards on the play.
Picked up a lot of yardage on that.
Make it 4th down and 10.
They put it down at just inside the 45-yard line of the Stingers, and head coach Greg Page sends out Brady Fraser and the punt team. Last week, Brady, 3 punts, averaged 34 yards per punt. Where's trainer Bob? Cramp coming. 7 minutes, clock moving here at Memorial Field. Good strong snap from Dan Jones, and the kick is blocked. And they're fighting for the ball, and Marion Center still going after it. Either way, it's going to be Marion Center ball. They never had possession. Marion Center never had possession. Homer Center, even if they come up with it, they're going to
Stingers will take
give it to Marion Center. So
49-yard line, 1st and 10.
Good. That was a great snap by Dan Jones.
Yeah, he
Nothing
had
wrong.
plenty of time. He took maybe too much time, but
Besa clean. Isaac Besa.
Well, that's another thing you can chalk up. A mistake.
6:52 left here in the first quarter. The Marion Center Stingers taking over at their own 49-yard line, wide side of the field toward the Wildcat bench. Wingman left and right, and Rising gives it up the middle to Phillips, and Phillips one side of the 50 to the other. He'll have about 3 yards on first down.
Number 60, Josh Valuchik, and number 54, Jackson Taylor on the stop.
Jackson Taylor being credited with the tackles. Valuchik, inside linebacker. Last week he had 4 tackles, 2 solo, 2 assists. The Wildcats need to get their inside backers. If they want to turn around this defense, they got to get their inside backers a lot more active, I think.
Yeah.
Rising up the middle, and pretty good defense again by Homer Center. Coach Adam Rising was not real happy with his line play last week. He said they worked on that a lot. For Homer Center, Cody Bell on the tackle for the Wildcats. Cody last week just 2 assisted tackles. So those numbers for both of those guys, and I'm sure I don't have to tell them. I'm sure the coaches are in their ear. They have to improve.
And that's what Marion Center's doing. We've been talking. They've been blitzing linebackers pretty much every play, and that has really stymied Homer's running game.
Sidecar to the left of Adam Rising on 3rd down and 5. And Rising, read option. He's around the left end, and the Wildcats have him, and they're trying to prevent him from that lead chain, and they do that, but it will be 4th down and about a yard. And I'll tell you what is killing me more, just absolutely killing me. Again, Greg Stibiel brought those wings for Mavericks, and the wind is blowing.
You can smell them.
Yes.
And I can attest to the
fact
that
you take over? I'll go
they
have a
are
snap.
very good. Yeah, we'll take over here.
4th down and a yard for Marion Center. From the Wildcat 42-yard line, they're going to go for it. The running back, as Rising will go under center, Carter Knox, is Tyler Phillips. And he hands it off to Phillips, and Phillips, through an opening, has a first down. They spin him down at the 36-yard line. Gabe Rufner on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats. Gabe had 4 tackles last week. Leading tackler for the Wildcats, Ward, this generally isn't a good sign when one of your cornerbacks, namely Ocean Maritita, had 9 tackles, and your safety, Riley Coball, had 7. Those were your 2 leading tacklers.
Yeah, that's not good.
Wildcat,
not that those guys aren't good, but you don't want them making tackles.
Wildcats defense gave up 363 yards last week. Wingman to the right, and they're going to give it to the Blaznock around the right side as he came from his left wing position, and he has 15 yards to the Wildcat 21-yard line. Braden Dunn on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats. Clock temporarily stopped as they moved the chains. Now they restart it. 4:20 to play here in the opening quarter, being presented by Friends of Jim Struzzi. 6-0 Marion Center, and they're driving for more. A drive that started at their own 49 after a block punt.
I'm not sure who got into it. Someone missed that first tackle. That allowed him to cut upfield, and Blaznock took full advantage of it.
Receiver to the right, Noah McCoy. Wingman right is Drew Runk. Good to see him back in a uniform after being knocked out practically all of last year. And he gets the handoff, and he's popped pretty good as he gets inside the 20-yard line. Defensively for Homer Center,
Maritita on the stop.
Ocean Maritita, Sean Voluchik combined.
Gain of 3, second
About
down
a
and
3-yard
7.
gain down to the 18-yard line. They are in the red zone. Flag pretty stiff here at Memorial Field in the south end zone, and it's blowing in a southerly direction.
If you're a Homer fan, you need a big stop here. You need either a loss or a stop for no gain.
Runk, wingman to the left in motion behind the formation. They give it up the middle to Phillips, and pretty good physical play there by Homer Center. They hit him just about right at the line of scrimmage. He did bounce for a couple, but pretty physical defensive front there on these last couple of plays for Homer Center. Down to the 16-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5 to go.
Secondary needs to be on the alert. Adam Rising, a good passer, and you've got to cover the receivers.
Josh Voluchik on that tackle, by the way, for the Homer Center Wildcats. His brother Sean also 7 tackles last week. Noah McCoy to the left boundary at the top of the screen if you're watching on Renda Digital TV. But play action, throwing an out pattern, and it is caught short of the sticks. Riley Kobaugh tackles Drew Runk pretty much in his tracks, and Marion Center will be set up with another 4th down play here.
Hit, but completed a run. Brought down by
a little longer than the last one, though. The Wildcats have an opportunity for a stop, and it would be huge.
4th down and about 3. Football resting at the Wildcat 14-yard line. Taking a long time to get that play, and down to 15 seconds on the play clock, but they have those wristbands, and they're already set and ready to go. Trent Slavinsky in the backfield, and Rising's going to keep it around the left end, and Kobaugh has him. Rising leans for the lead chain. It's going to depend on the mark, and Andy Brown, the sideline judge there, saying Homer Center ball.
Nice job by Kobaugh.
Is going to be short.
We have a media timeout coming up. 1:45 remaining in the first quarter. Good defensive stand by Homer Center. Coming back with more on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Possessed at 9 plays, 37 yards, 5 minutes and 7 seconds, but a good stop by Homer Center. Speaking of good stops, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is a good stop if you need them. The gold standard of care at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville. Again, an award winner in the Best of Indiana County contest. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville. Get in, get out, get better. Braden Dunn handing it off. Mills dragged down from behind inside the 10-yard line. Going to lose about 3 yards from the line of scrimmage, which was the 12. Isaac Besa on the stop.
Second and 13.
Homer Center's got to have somebody block Isaac Besa. He's been in on way too many plays already. Great effort. Wildcats need to be able to move the ball a little bit now.
Second down, they say 14 to go on the scoreboard. Ball at about the 8-yard line, and now a timeout. Or timeout. Homer Center will take one with them with 1:09 remaining in the first quarter. Score remains Marion Center 6 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing. And you're listening and watching on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to let the community know that due to unfortunate flooding circumstances at their downtown location, they have temporarily moved their inventory to their Indiana Mall store. Elegance and affordability like never before at Luxembourg's overflowing Indiana Mall location. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of Luxembourg's store-wide sale. So if you're looking for breathtaking engagement rings or searching for a stunning Christmas gift, there's no need to wait. Now is the time to visit the store-wide sale at Luxembourg's Jewelers Indiana Mall location.
Paid for by Friends of Jim's Cruising.
So after the timeout, the Wildcats second down and 14. Ward, get ready for a go figure after this play. I'll give you one of those scores that, oh boy, go figure. Dunn, play action, boots to his right, dumps it off underneath. Good catch by Caden McAnally. McAnally out over the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Going to be very close to a first down on the stop for the Marion Center Stingers was Mason Plosnock.
Nice job by Dunn to get that pass off. He's under some pressure, but managed to pick up the receiver. Good catch, by the way, by McAnally.
Well, Don Mester, who's not coaching any longer, told me Caden McAnally has good hands, and he showed him there.
Yeah, he sure did.
Okay, you ready for the go figure out-of-town scoreboard?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull it up again. Let's see if it's second quarter or first quarter, but end of the first. West Shamokin leads Penns Manor 6-0. They got blasted last week.
They gave up like 50 points, wasn't it?
End of one, Northern Cambria, United Valley, no score.
By the news of the ball, it's a Wildcat first down.
Wildcat first down. I think they, because of the heat too, there's a water break. I don't know that there was a timeout.
No.
Might be a hydration break.
It might be. There was a measurement. Oh, the measurement. Boy, that Chris is on the ball.
Well, but usually they don't send the teams to the sideline. That's why I think they send them for hydration. As long as they stay out of the wings from Mavericks. First and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Braden Dunn under center. Hands it off. Mills has it. Tries running through a tackle and gets to the 26-yard line for a gain of 4. So a different look offensively for Homer Center. I kind of like that from the Wildcats' perspective.
You got to vary it. I know the Stingers are right now they're blitzing, I think, on tendencies that they have found in the scouting of the Wildcats, and change it up a little bit kind of confuses the defense. So
Marion Center coach Adam Rising is looking for his first win against Homer Center. 0-5. It's the only team in the Heritage Conference he hasn't beaten, but he has them after one quarter that has just come to a close. Thanks to Friends of Jim Struzzi. End of the first quarter. Big long pass play covering 68 yards on a third down play from Rising to Noah McCoy has Marion Center out in front. It's 6-0 as we go to break on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District.
We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or on the polls at Election Day. I am grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Our statistician is in the house, Jerry Rossi. Jerry waved everybody out in Radio Land, and we don't have you on camera up here in the booth, although Chris Yonner could spin that camera around, Jerry, have you on waving to everybody out in Renda Digital TV Land.
Where Chris is at? I can't see him down there. I know he's down there in all areas. I see him.
Where's he at, Tom?
Right down on the 40.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Anticipating the Wildcats coming that direction.
So the Wildcats will start the second quarter from their own 26-yard line. And Dunn takes the shotgun snap's going to keep it, has running room. And Drew Runk did a nice job of coming in and closing that big hole. Came in low and upended him, but it is enough for a first down at the 32-yard line.
Nice read that time by Braden.
Wildcat offense last week in that loss to United Valley, 165 yards rushing, 44 yards passing, 209 total yards. They were -1 in the giveaway takeaway area.
Long drives are good, though. That keeps the ball away from Marion Center.
Dunn hands it off to Mills. Mills tripped up where that play goes for bigger yardage, and it was Drew Runk again. Runk, one of the outside linebackers. I mentioned he was injured. I'm trying to think if it was early in the season or maybe even in preseason camp, but he missed the majority, if not all, of the regular season. So good to see him back on the football field, a 5'9", 176-pound junior. Marion Center Band, let's hear them from across the way. Sidecar in that backfield with Dunn as they go trips to the right. It's Brian Mills, and Dunn takes the pass. Pump fake. Now he has it stripped, gets it back, and it's going to be sacked.
The ball knocked out of his hand,
almost goes to like a completion to himself. But
fortunate.
Yeah, very fortunate. Wildcats almost turned it over, and now they're going to be faced with third down and long. Isaac Besa on the tackle. 1.5 minutes into this second quarter, 6-0 Stingers. Wildcats will get the ball to start the second half.
Homer, I think, needs to get Braden out of the backfield a little more. They're not blocking for him. He's going to get swarmed back there.
Wildcats have a starting lineman in ice down below us. It doesn't look like Eli Butterly.
Yeah, he come limping off the field earlier after the point after, I believe.
Timeout called by Homer Center with 10:06 remaining in the first half. We roll on from Memorial Field with the score, Marion Center 6 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on Renda Media's Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
Friends of Joe Pittman.
3rd down, 14, and they throw a little bubble screen out here to Danny Jones. Jones is knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Now a flag comes in late, and that might be on Marion Center. It could give Homer Center a first down.
Popped them pretty good out of bounds there. That might have been the play. But there was another block downfield here, Mark, right in front of us. That was a little late.
Lou Izotic, personal foul, blow to the head against Marion Center.
Don't see that called much. That was beneficial to Homer Center. That's going to give them a first down.
Personal fouls on the Stingers.
Don't forget, next Saturday night sports special on Renda Digital TV. Cambria Heights travels to Molino Stadium. It'll be the Stingers home opener. Could be a marquee early season matchup. We'll have it for you. No radio, digital video stream only.
First down.
We'll be on the air at 6:30. So they mark it down at the 48-yard line.
You get in this situation now, you just want to gain positive yards. Keep the ball moving forward. Try to get this offense going, and that's, I'm sure, what Coach Page is thinking here.
Marion Center, they want to do just the opposite.
Yes, they do.
They have an H-back to the right in Caden McEnulty. He had a strong game last week, and they hand it off to Brian Mills.
Mills on the carry.
And Brian into Marion Center territory for about 3 yards.
Brought
On the
down by number
tackle,
71,
Isaac Besa has been everywhere in this first half, including a punt block.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
I think Mills might be able to break one here sooner or later. He's getting some running room. They're just tripping him up a lot. He's got to step out of those and see what he can do.
Football at the Stinger 48-yard line, we'll call it. They redeploy Riley Cobaugh. Slot left. Twin receivers left and right. Mills in the backfield with quarterback Braden Dunn. And Dunn throws an out pattern, and it's caught and dropped, jarred loose. Good hit as Maritita was hit, and hit pretty hard by, might have been Plosnock. Yeah, it was Plosnock.
Plosnock on the coverage. Ball falls incomplete.
It's a good pass. It was there, but so was Plosnock. He hit him about the same time the ball arrived.
The Wildcats, if you wanted to replay and move the stream back on Renda Digital TV, you'll see they just lost a half a yard on an incompletion.
You're good at picking that up.
3rd down and 7 to go at the Stinger 49 now. You may remember I said 48 earlier. It was kind of between the two. Dunn with pressure coming. Besa hits him as he releases the ball, and it's incomplete. Intended for Riley Cobaugh. It did reach Riley, but good coverage by Tyler Phillips, one of the inside backers. And the Wildcats on 4th down and 7 will have to punt it away.
And they got to get Dunn moving. He is getting killed in the pocket. Doesn't have the time to throw. He's getting open receivers, but he doesn't have the time to get the ball to him.
C.J. Fairbanks has replaced Eli Butterly on that line. Basic blocked that the last punt. Dan Jones, good snapper. The first snap, it was strong. This one also strong. Here comes pressure again, and he barely gets it away. And it's a good kick, and Slavinsky takes it back near the 10-yard line. Tackled in his tracks by Homer Center's Sean
Belucci. Nice play.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Fortunate that wasn't fumbled. That was a tough one to field.
38-yard punt.
38 yards on the punt.
So
Marion Center will start.
Marion Center will take over. Where do they put the football down? Should be right.
8-yard line.
Yep, 8-yard line. They're going to put it down. Maybe even
keys of the game. One of them was for the Wildcats to force some turnovers, and this is a good place on the field to do just that.
So Marion Center backed up, shadow of their goalpost, and rising. Boots to his right. Looking, throwing on the run, and Plosnock caught it on a deflected pass. Andy Brown says, good catch, and it was a good catch. Greg Page says no at the 21 or 22-yard line.
Ball was tipped. I don't know if what the argument is. If the ball might have hit the ground, but I didn't see that.
The officials are going to confer. It looked like we don't have access to the monitor. I don't know if John has it on replay or not. It looked like a clean catch on a deflection to me. And that's what our digital producer and digital manager, John Smathers, says it looked like. So my eyes did not deceive me.
They conferred briefly and agreed. So big play.
Yeah,
big
first
play.
down, backed up, you pass. I like it. From the shotgun, snapper, the center's Carter Knox. Another pass, little bubble screen to McCoy, and McCoy dragged down from behind by Riley Kobaugh. Good young football player for Homer Center. And he had to hang on for dear life, didn't he, Warder? That might be another race to the end zone.
Yeah, it was. He opened that up pretty well. Well developed.
27-yard line, the line of scrimmage. So they do gain 6 yards on first down as we have 8:15 left in the first half. 6-0 Marion Center. Our SCG Hobby halftime show right around the corner, and that'll include our Wildcat flashback feature. We have Ron Coleman, some video interview, and on radio, of course, too. Here's Rising, going to throw deep for Plosnock, can't get to it. Dan Jones on the coverage, diving attempt by Plosnock in front of the Marion Center bench at the 40. So now it'll be third down, and it's like the West Coast offense all of a sudden for Adam Rising.
He's just airing it out and hoping. That was good coverage by Dan Jones that time. That ball would have had to have been perfect. It wobbled a little bit. Well thrown.
See Will Jones injured last week down on the sideline. Certainly for Will's sake, we hope he can come back and play some football before this season's over. 10 plays. Give you the Homer drive earlier in a moment. Rising on third down, steps up, sack, back inside the 25-yard line. And now a flag comes in, and we'll see what that penalty is all about, Ward.
I think one of the defensive players grabbed the face mask of a lineman and just tossed him.
That Wildcat drive, 10 plays, 39 yards, that stalled out. So personal foul, grabbing the face mask on Homer Center. So that hurts. They would have been off the field, forcing Marion Center to punt. But instead, face mask penalty, and gives Marion Center new life.
They just seem to find ways to stay on the field, Homer's D does, and that was a good play, good pressure. They had him sacked. A needless penalty, throwing a blocker away.
So they'll move the football
15-yard penalty will be enough yardage
to the 36-yard line.
They're getting good pressure, Homer's D is. They just got to complete the plays, though. They're missing tackles a little bit. And then they make a mistake like that. That's tough.
So the football at the 41, they reposition it. Noah McCoy, 15 receptions a year ago. Receiver to the left. And they put Drew Runk in motion, and he gets the handoff on the jet sweep, and the Wildcats have it defense beautifully. Hit initially by the Homer Center Wildcats, Tavius Skillings, but then finishing him off was Brady Frazier.
Skillings and Frazier on the stop for the Wildcats. Loss of 3.
Second down and 13. Other than the 68-yard touchdown pass, the Wildcat defense has played pretty well here.
They certainly have. Just a couple of blunders. That's all that kind of marked them up a little bit. They've done well. They stopped the long drive. They got to stop one here now and see what happens.
Noah McCoy and Plosnick at the bottom of your screen if you're watching. And Rising looks to run, makes a nice move, gets to the 40-yard line, to the 45, and picks up positive yardage. Near side of the field, Josh Valuchik making that tackle, along with Jackson Taylor. They put it down at the 45. It'll be third down and 6 for the Stingers, wide side of the field toward the Stinger bench. As we, if you're listening on radio, the Stingers are operating toward the north end zone, right to left as we view it out of our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking. Another big play here for Marion Center, and they send McCoy boundary right. And they give around the end, it's Plosnock. Plosnock running room, first down, Marion Center. Wildcats has now a flag in from behind the play. This one might come back, and it is going to be holding on Marion Center.
Yeah,
I saw the preliminary signal from Lou Izotic.
I thought the corner on that far side was impeded somewhat.
On the Stingers.
So that evens it up a little bit. Critical penalties that time against Marion Center.
Had a wonderful conversation with Lou Izotic at the Wildcats inter-squad scrimmage in the preseason, and he told me some great stories about his career as a referee. A couple of times actually pressed into doing NCAA games, one at IUP where he said, I don't have an NCAA, whatever credential or whatever. I don't even have a referee shirt. That's okay. We need you. Get over here. 55th season. Congratulations.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
Third down, 13 as we have a do-over. Rising, good protection. Going to heave it downfield for McCoy. He dives, makes the catch. Unbelievable grab by Noah McCoy at the Wildcat 27-yard line. 35-yard hook up to McCoy. Well-thrown ball by Rising. McCoy stings the Wildcats. This one not for a touchdown, but for his second time in the game, a big play.
Greg Page is just livid down there. Again, allowing them behind you. Third down, long. You got to cover the deep ball. And you know McCoy's the main man, so it's not rocket science. Good job. I mean, you got to give the Stingers all the credit in the world because they execute a play like that.
35-yard pass to McCoy, who is over 100 yards in receptions. And now a timeout going to be spent by Marion Center with 6:09 remaining in the first half. Scoreboard says Marion Center 6, Homer Center nothing. Coming back with more on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
Our good friend Mario Sacco up in Syracuse said, how do you watch both nephews? This is how you watch both nephews at once. And he has two monitors, one with the Homer Center game and one watching his nephew, Anthony Sacco, play for Derry.
They need a big play from this nephew.
First and 10, Stingers at the 27. Plosnock in the, no, that's not Plosnock, Slavinsky in the backfield. And bobbling the ball, I think that's Phillips that has it. And Phillips dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively for the Homer Center Wildcats, Josh Paluchik and Cody Bell, the inside backers.
Second and 10.
No gain, second and 10.
Well, by and large, this defense has played well, but they've been on the field way too long. And again, they do give up those big plays. As you could see there, that was a great catch, by the way. Diving catch.
Wildcat flashback coming up early on in our SCG Hobby halftime report. Former coach Ron Coleman was in the studio in our green screen room earlier this week, and we will talk about that great 74 team. And now a timeout again called by...
They were out of time.
Marion Center as the play clock was running down. We'll take a 60-second timeout with them. 5:21 left in the first half. Marion Center 6, Homer Center Wildcats nothing. Stingers trying to polish off a long drive when we return on the Renda Media Football Network. by IRMC.
I'm Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland and Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics or engaging in extracurricular activities or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's future. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person, on election.
You tuned in late. Marion Center first possession, 3rd down and 11, 68-yard touchdown pass from Adam Rising to Cam Rising to Noah McCoy. And Cam is under center, and he's going to give on a counter to Drew Runk. Bounces off one tackle, but good pursuit by Homer Center. Cody Bell
Nice tackle
again.
by Cody Bell to hang on.
And the Stingers have 3rd down and long, and I don't know if that's good news if you're a Wildcat fan.
It doesn't matter what it is, it's 3rd down. And this is the down that's been the bugaboo for this Homer defense. They need the pressure. They need to get the pressure. Rising's a good passer. Get him out of his comfort zone.
Wingman left and right, and he's going to give the football, and it's Slavinsky. They tried catching Homer Center with a quick hitter to Trent Slavinsky. It did not work that well inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. On the tackle, Cody Bell again. And also Brady Fraser.
Heck of a game.
4th down and 7.
4th down and 7. Stingers lost their leading rusher from a year ago, Alex Stewart. He rushed for 809 yards on 172 carries, 10 touchdowns. Also had 22 receptions, so that's a tough loss. But 9 starters back, and now we have a timeout going to be called by Homer Center as the chess match continues here at Memorial Field with 4:10 remaining in the first half. Huge play for both teams on the other side of this break, with the Stingers leading the Cats 6-0 on Renda Digital TV, presented by IRMC.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
At Grand
Digital TV, I'll be out with Jake Slobotnik at Molino Stadium for the Stingers home opener. They will host Cambria Heights, preseason favorite. We picked them to go 10-0 this year. They won last week at River Valley. End of one purchase line tonight. The Highlanders leading the Red Dragons 21-0. Here we go, big play, both teams. Cam Rising going to go under center. Slavinsky in the backfield, and he's going to pass. Has a wide open receiver diving, and it's incomplete. Cam Rising would like to have that one back. It was intended for Brooks Stormer, and he was wide open, and the Wildcats dodge a bullet. Media timeout on the field. 4:05 remaining in the first half. Homer Center with the ball. Chance to make something happen before the half comes to an end. It's 6-0 Stingers on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area.
For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Center drive started at the 8-yard line. They ran 10 plays, 68 yards, 4 minutes, 57 seconds. Picked up 3 first downs, but they stalled, and Cam Rising, I'm sure, would like to have that pass back.
Yeah, he would, but credit to Homer D. They hung tough. They didn't give up any big plays other than that long pass to McCoy. See what the offense can do. You got to roll them out.
Well, we have a new quarterback, Carson Arone, and they're going to flip it to Braden Dunn, who was a receiver to the left. Doesn't work that well for 2 yards. Tyler Phillips on the stop, inside backer for the Stingers. So different look. Homer Center trying some different things, and you can't blame them for that.
They're just trying to catch Marion Center overplaying somewhere. They didn't that time.
I know they have some packages with Brady Fraser, too, as a runner, thrower. Meritita to the left, slot receivers done. Caden McAnulty, who caught a nice pass earlier in the half, slot right. And they hand it off. Here comes Mills, stutter step move, and good tackle.
Brought down by number
for
11,
the Marion Center Stingers. Landon Cook in there defensively, a 5'10", 176-pound senior. And let's see where they put the football down. Ward at the 29-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Brian had a chance there. I think what he needed to do, rather than try to fake out the defender, is just try to beat him to the sideline. Get the defender, chase you down. If he misses the angle, he's got a big game.
3rd and 5. Carson Arone remains at quarterback. He takes the shotgun snap, and he's going to keep it. And he's hit and hitting balls off a couple of white jerseys and will be close to the first down, but he's going to be a yard or 2 shy. Cam Rising, inside backer. The quarterback on offense, he plays inside backer. And the Wildcats will have 4th down, and it's a long one with 2.5 minutes left in the quarter, and Greg Page may roll the dice here.
Yeah, keep in mind, Marion Center, I believe, used all their timeouts already.
Yep, they have, and on the scoreboard, Wildcats don't have any timeouts left either. Wildcats going to go for it with Carson Arone at quarterback. He turns, hands it off. Mills, first down, Wildcats to the 36-yard line.
Gain of 4 yards and a
on the stop
first down.
For the Stingers, Brooks Stormer again. Gutsy play call by head coach Greg Page.
Yeah, Braden Dunn wasn't even on the field. That was a gutsy call. Your best runner's not on the field.
Wildcats will get the second half kickoff.
If they're going to put Braden out there, put him in the back. I don't get this. Putting him at wide out slot.
1st and 10. Arone to pass, throws deep, has done, incomplete. Falls at the 38-yard line. Dunn was trying to find that seam between Plosnock and Drew Runk. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Keep in mind, Dunn last year started as a receiver and was putting up big numbers with Angelo Alexander at quarterback, so he's a very capable receiver.
I've talked about those little turn-ins. He's such a good runner. If he catches the ball, he breaks one tackle, he could be off to the races.
Last year, early on in the season, he had 12 receptions for 130 yards. And then, unfortunately, that was in the first 2+ weeks. And then Alexander got hurt, and now we have a whistle official timeout. Lou Izotic, I should say, said to me, I wish Memorial Field would get, and look here, Scott Bauer, yeah, we'll take more water, you know that. He said he'd like to see Memorial Field get the wireless mics like a lot of the stadiums have now for the officials, so when they announce the calls, everybody hears them. Second down and 10. Carson Arone out pattern. Dan Jones dropped it right in his hands at the 42-yard line.
Arone's pass intended for Dan Jones falls incomplete.
Pass was a little bit high, but one that should have been handled.
Oh, yeah, it was there. Had two hands on the ball. That's the old adage. Get two hands on it, you should catch it.
Coming up on our SCG Hobby halftime show, we will have our Wildcat flashback feature as we chronicle this 74 great Wildcat team with Ron Coleman. Stats, replays, and more. Receivers all over the joint on third down and 10, and Carson Arone takes the snap. Pressure coming. He's in trouble. Rolls to his right, throws on the run, and it's dropped again. Would have been a first down at the Stinger 46-yard line. Deegan Fedoruk dropped it. He had backside pressure from Tyler Phillips. Maybe jarred the football loose, but those are two pretty well-thrown balls that should have been handled, but were not. And the Wildcat punt team is on the field.
Yeah, that's what hurts. You execute a play, everybody's got to contribute.
Marion Center has had good pressure on Wildcat punts, and they only have one return man. Good strong snap again, and he does get the kick away. Frazier taken by Slavinsky, bobbled it, goes down. Good punt coverage by Homer Center. John Beluchik.
Beluchik's been on a bunch of those. He's a gunner. That's a good hit by both Beluchik and Dan Jones.
Takes over at their own 36-yard line.
So the Stingers, after that Frazier punt with 1:23 left, will take over at their own 36-yard line. Neither team has a timeout left. Homer will get the ball to start the second half. 6-0 Marion Center, 1:23 left.
Got to be on your toes if you're the Homer D. Now you can't give up a play here.
Cam Rising looks, fires downfield. This one, it is intercepted by Dan Jones. And the Wildcats have the ball right back. Jones didn't drop that one, did he?
He had good coverage. That's coverage here. He had the man within a yard, and he was in front of him, so he couldn't get behind him. Dan played the ball. Beautiful job. See what Homer can do. They got some time here.
So the Wildcats with 1:18 left, no timeouts. Football at their own 38-yard line. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge there when you need them. Urgicare's open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You need x-rays, blood work done. They do it all at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where you can get in, get out, and get better.
Those receivers need a little Fred Bolitnikoff stick-em on their hands right now.
Carson Arone with Dunn in motion. Throws out in the flat. It's behind Mills. He grabs it, and he fumbles the football. Marion Center has it. He was not down. Greg Page saying he was down, but the ball came out. Was it Phillips that recovered it? At the 34-yard line, Marion Center has it back. First play, the Wildcats give it back, so we've had 2 plays and 2 turnovers.
Mills has had 3 fumbles tonight. He recovered a couple of them, but he's been getting hit and losing the ball, and you don't survive too long as a running back if you can't hang on.
Cam Rising looking to pass, throws, has a receiver. That is McCoy again, I believe. He's wrestled out of bounds by Homer Center's Ocean Maritita, and it was McCoy. His third reception of the half. Clock stopped, 1:06 remaining.
Be a first down for the Stingers.
Football at the 21, so that's a 13-yard gain.
Yeah, this is a backbreaker for the Wildcats if they allow a score. They could have killed the clock, could have killed the half. Now they've got a hold here.
McCoy and Plosnak, receivers toward the Marion Center bench. Wingman to the right is Runk. Cam Rising, boots to his right, has all kind of time, dumps it off underneath. Taking it is Runk, and Runk is pushed out of bounds. Somebody about 10 yards in bounds pushed him from behind. I'm not sure what that was going to accomplish, and as a result, it allowed Runk to run inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Did you see that word?
And they want to keep them in bounds, to keep the clock running. Right now, it's stopped at 39. That's plenty of time. Defense is going to need to make a huge play. And again, you got to watch McCoy. He is so elusive. He's man-to-man down here.
From the 14-yard line, Cam Rising, shotgun snap, pressure coming. Voluchik misses him, rolls to his right, has some running room, going to tiptoe out of bounds after he picks up a first down. Cam Rising. Voluchik had a shot to sack him, which of course would have chewed all but the remainder of the time up. But he got away from him, and they put it down at the 11. It will be 1st and 10.
They need to keep that kind of pressure on him, though. Get him out of his comfort zone and don't let him find McCoy. If it's McCoy and the defender, you know the odds are in favor of McCoy. He's that kind of receiver, so you've got to put the pressure on the quarterback.
McCoy, receiver to the left boundary. That's the wide side of the field. Rising with backside pressure coming. He throws as he's hit by Cody Bell. And the pass is completed. Good job by Cam Rising. And evidently that receiver stayed in bounds. And let's see where they put the football down. I'm not sure who made that tackle.
I didn't see.
So at the 7-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 5, 24.7 seconds left.
Must have gone out of bounds, Mark. Clock's not running.
Right.
That hurt. Playing to keep them in bounds.
So the Stingers trying to double their lead. They lead 6-0. They're inside the 10-yard line with a 2nd and 5 at the Wildcats 7. Phillips in the backfield. They have a motion man, Plosnick, and he gets the football. And Plosnick cuts it up, and he's into the end zone from 7 yards out. And the Stingers take advantage of that turnover, the fumble for Mills, and they lead at 12-0. That, if you're a Homer Center fan, is a major hurting thing. And they are down, despite playing a decent first half defensively, it's 12-0.
Just well blocked. He wasn't touched. Wasn't anything special about the run. It was just a matter of not dropping the ball. He had a clear field pretty much.
Plosnock, last week, 2 rushes, 20 yards. Adds to his total there. They're going to go for 2. Phillips as a sidecar to the left, and Cam Rising boots to his right and throws, and is it caught? It is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion fails. But the Marion Center Stingers capitalize on that Homer Center turnover. It's 12-0 Marion Center as we continue on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service, or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create, and I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious.
Had turnover, 5 plays, 34 yards, took 52 seconds. They picked up 2 first downs along the way. Drive summary driven by Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City online, always at LutherFordHomerCity.com. Kicking off for Marion Center will be Colin Anderson. SCG Hobby halftime report right around the corner. 19.9 seconds left. Back deep for the Wildcats. Looks like Braden Dunn and Mills. Kick is away. And Mills is going to grab it at the 16, to the 20, to the 25, 30, 35, 40. Mills to midfield. Mills to the 44-yard line with 12.7 seconds left. Dragged down by Marion Center's Trey Slavinsky, and he almost took that one to the house.
Yep, good job by the Stingers.
42-yard return.
Safety valves there. They managed to bring him down because he ran straight in. That's how you run those kickoffs.
I think you were thinking what I was thinking when I said Mills was back deep, that, maybe surprising, a lot of coaches, and Greg Page has done it too. You make a couple of mistakes, you're maybe going to be on the sideline for a while.
Yeah, he wasn't. And he made a good return there trying to, I don't know why he's there, though. Dunn is in a flanker spot. He should be in the backfield.
There's a fumble, and Rufus Arone, Carson Arone jumps on it, and that's going to be the final play of the half. They're not going to get another play off, I don't believe.
They want to spike it.
Dan Jones, and that's going to be a flag. It should be, and it is. And Carson Arone scrambling around, and he flips it to a lineman. That's not going to work, and that was ugly. And that's the end of the first half. So, Wildcats played a pretty decent first half for their flag. They'll wave this off, but the long pass play on the opening possession and then the turnover that set up the second touchdown, a real killer. And as a result, Marion Center looking for their first win here at Memorial Field since 2006. They lead at 12-0. Stay with us for our SCG halftime report and our Wildcat flashback feature right around the corner too, when we continue on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is the bus that I take to school.
To be a champion, you need to...
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is the bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
Recap, a look at the stats, and more. We're going to come back with that Wildcat flashback feature. Marion Center a touchdown in the first and second quarter. They lead 12-0. Wildcat flashback brought to you by Mavericks on the other side of the break on Renda Media, our Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC and SCG Hobby.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Hello, this is your state representative, Brian Smith.
I serve the Greater Marion Center School District in the 66th Legislative District. I am also a big fan of our student athletes on and off the field. Football season's an exciting time, so I'm extending my personal and sincere best wishes to our Marion Center Stingers. Have fun out there on the gridiron. You've got this. You've got what it takes to win and make a run for that championship.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Welcome back to our SCG Hobby Halftime Show, and it's time for Wildcats Flashback, presented by Mavericks. Food, drinks, and fun await you at Mavericks, Greenville Road in Homer City. And we're joined by Wildcat former coach Ron Coleman, who coached the great 1974 Homer Center team, 9-1 coach. You coached from 69 to 79 at Homer Center, and you had a lot of great teams. That was one of them.
Oh, absolutely. It was certainly a lot of memories packed into that season, and a lot of great memories as well.
Our Wildcat Flashback feature will air all season long. Next week, we'll actually start taking our viewers and listeners through the season because the calendar matches up perfectly with 1974, 2024. September 6th, you opened the season at home, and it was much different. You started later back then.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me when I thought about that. You had mentioned that to me, and then I started thinking about that, and I said, yeah, the team already has a game that they played this past Friday.
Well, they'll honor many members of the 74 team coming back in early October. You won the Indiana County Championship. You shared the Appalachian title with Blairsville despite beating them 16-0. I'm sure I don't have to remind you of that. And you placed second in the Western Conference standings. How did that all go down with runner-up when you beat them head-on?
Not very well. There was a lot of issues with the early development in the Appalachian Conference, and that was one of them. One of the things that I learned through that experience is there wasn't a lot of forethought in some of the planning that was taking place, and that's a good example. That was based on a point system, but the point system obviously had a flaw because we hung a loss on Blairsville but ended up in a tie. It made no sense to me, nor did it make much sense to anyone else. But we also had a controversy earlier in 73 when we were playing Laurel Valley in a playoff game. And that playoff game was set up the last week of the season. We didn't know it was even on the schedule. And then suddenly we're in a playoff with Laurel Valley. Now, I didn't mind the fact we were playing them, but, you need a little bit of time to prepare for that, and we didn't have it.
Coach, we have less than a minute left. 19 seniors back in 1974. They went 22-7 in their careers. Many of them were nominated to play in the prestigious Big 33 game.
Yeah, I believe we had 3 players, if I remember correctly, and we had a couple more that probably deserved it as well, Mark.
All right, next week we'll start focusing in on the season, okay? You remember that Mount Union game? We're going to make you remember.
It was a memorable game because we started the season with a victory.
All right. Wildcat Flashback brought to you by Mavericks. Food, drinks, and fun. Wildcats football on Renda Digital TV awaits you Friday nights at Mavericks, Greenville Road in Homer City. And our SCG Hobby halftime report will continue after this on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
Great food and fun? And you want to go to the hidden dive where all the locals eat? Around these parts, that's Mavericks. Pick your favorites from the jukebox, grab a cold one at the bar, and rack up a round of 8-Ball. They've got a new one-page menu that covers it all. Appetizers, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and the best wings. Period. Everything is prepared better than you expect. Minutes from anywhere in Homer City right off 119. Mavericks. Drinks, sports, food. Make us proud, Wildcats. You got it.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
I want to thank our friends at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club for again providing our video streams for you. What a club. Club membership continues to grow, over 1,200 members and going strong. Always accepting new members too. They were voted Best Social Club and Sportsman's Club in the Best of Indiana County contest. Brand new improvements at the club too. A brand new air purification system. Same technology that the casinos use. Newly remodeled bar area, new large screen TVs, new flooring, skills games, pools, shuffleboard, darts, and more. They have it all going on, don't they, at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Pizza every Thursday and Friday nights, too, during Wildcat season. Have a couple of events coming up. Actually, one tomorrow night, the Old 97 Band, Johnny Cash Tribute Band, on the new stage at the Twin Cities Event Hall from 7 to 10 tomorrow night. 200 tickets are going to be sold. That's it. Call the club for details. Great night out tomorrow. 479-3985 if you want to get some tickets. 479-3985 for the Old 97 Band, the Johnny Cash Tribute Band. It is open to the public. You don't have to be a member. And then Big Gun Bash coming up on October 19th as well. Let's recap this first half. Marion Center, after Homer Center won the toss and deferred, took the opening kickoff, started at the 33-yard line. They had to call a timeout before they ran the first play. They had some confusion. Wildcat defense played well first couple of plays. Set up third down and long. Marion Center was behind the chains. Third down and 11 from their own 32. Tyler Phillips in the backfield, sidecar to the left, rising, takes the snap, going to throw deep down the field, has a receiver who hauls it in, and Noah McCoy running for a touchdown. 68 yards on 3rd and 11. They convert. He had a touchdown pass last week in the win at Portage, and he has his second of the season. Well-thrown ball by Cam Rising, and the Stingers strike, and they strike big on 3rd down. It's 6-0. Try for Tufeld after a penalty on Homer Center. And the Stingers led 61 seconds into the game, 6-0. Not much going on for Homer Center. They did complete a pass on their possession, but then they had a punt block. And Marion Center started at their own 49-yard line, but they stalled at the Homer Center 13-yard line after running 9 plays. Homer Center, their second possession, they ended up punting again. Marion Center got it back deep in their own territory after a 38-yard Brady Fraser punt. Started at their own 8-yard line. 10 plays, 68 yards, but the Wildcat defense stiffened and held Marion Center. And then back-to-back turnovers. Marion Center's Cam Rising was picked by Dan Jones. So late in the half, the Wildcats started with 1:18 remaining at their own 38-yard line, but Brian Mills fumbled the football on the first play from scrimmage for Homer Center. Marion Center made them pay dearly, capitalizing on that turnover. We don't have the replay, but on 2nd and 5 from the Wildcats 7, a touchdown run by Mason Plosnock. 2-point conversion failed. 5-play, 34-yard touchdown drive. Took 52 seconds. And that's the way the first half ended. Ward, your overall impressions of the first half?
Lost opportunities on the Wildcat side, Mark. First of all, at the end of the half, after the interception, they could have gotten off the field and gone in down 6 points. Tried to make something happen, however, and didn't work. They lost the ball, and then they were unable to get Marion Center away from the sideline. The Stingers were able to use the sideline to stop the clock. They had no timeouts left. So that really hurt big time. That puts them behind 2 scores, Homer Center. So that's something they've got to do. The Stingers have had the better of the play, but not a whole lot. And if you see the numbers, it's not all that significant.
We're going to come back with those numbers in a minute. We've been talking about a lot of great food. Last week, Krista Dunn brought us up some of that good chili. Well, boy, we're getting taken care of. Did you
I know.
Chili?
I had my chili.
Good stuff.
I still have your container, though.
All right, we're going to come back on our SCG Hobby halftime show with the score Marion Center 12 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing. Ward will take a look at those stats when we return on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC and the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club.
Wow! Quick, Ken, we're getting higher and higher!
Almost as high as the closing fees on those mortgages we sold last month.
And we keep getting higher!
I know! Our closing costs are making us a fortune right now!
They sure are, but I meant we are getting higher towards the moon!
Hey, and the best thing is our customers can't find us up here!
Tired of closing costs and hidden fees going to the moon? Are you fed up with online mortgage companies treating you like an astronaut who doesn't have problems with things going higher and higher? Refinancing or purchasing a new home? InFirst Bank is here for you. They've been the trusted local mortgage lender for over 100 years. They won't surprise you with increased closing costs or hidden fees, only personalized service. They'll work with you every step of the way to get you into the home of your dreams. InFirst Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
More choices and more savings at Walbeck Insurance. 479-9378. 479-9378.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Senator, before we get to those stats, let's pick up a little bit of, well, actually, we're going to try to pick up some of the Homer Center marching band, even though the one microphone, for whatever reason, isn't picking up sound, our crowd mic. But we'll do it this way. Direction of John Stolars, a little taste of the Homer Center Wildcat marching band. Ward, now let's get to those first half stats.
They did put on a good show, do they not? And for Marion Center, Slavinsky 1 rush, 1 yard. Rising had 6 carries for 15. Runk 3 for 2. Phillips had 5 carries for 13 yards. And Plosnock He had 4 for 25 and 1 touchdown. Total of 19 attempts, just 56 rushing yards. That's a good effort by Homer D. The passing game, however, a little better. Rising was 7 of 11 with an interception, 1 touchdown pass, 146 yards through the air, 56 on the ground, 202 yards total offense, most of those on those big plays. For Homer Center, not very much to be proud of there. Brian Mills had 8 carries for 9 yards. Dunn had 5 carries, 0 yards net. Brady Frazier, 1 carry, 2 yards. Larone, 1 carry, 4 yards. 15 attempts, 11 rushing yards. That don't get it done. Through the air, Dunn, 5 of 12 for 52. Larone was 0 of 4. So Homer had a total of 52 passing yards, 11 rushing yards, and a total of 63 offensive yards. Again, you can't win football games with 60 yards in one half. You got to do better.
And Marion Center only gave up 68 yards total to Portage last week. 12-0 Marion Center, coming back with our out-of-town scoreboard when the SCG Hobby Halftime Show continues on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
SCG Hobby. It's in the name. Sports cards, comics, gaming, and more. Speaking of more, they also have a huge selection of Legos, board games, Dungeons & Dragons, and Warhammer. Whatever you fancy, they've got you covered. Come join the SCG family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
12-0 Marion Center over Homer Center here at Memorial Field in this, the 43rd all-time meeting. Wildcats lead the series 27-15. They've won 11 games in a row. Let's get to our out-of-town scoreboard. Halftime scores: Cambria Heights 38, Purchase Line nothing. Our preseason favorite to win the Heritage. We'll have Renda Digital TV special, Cambria Heights at Marion Center, next Saturday night. No radio, just video stream only. 6:30 will be airtime. Portage leading Conemaugh Valley 14-0. Penns Manor 12, West Shamokin 6. River Valley at the half. Conemaugh Township clobbered West Shamokin last week. River Valley returning the favor to the Indians. It's 32-0 River Valley at the half. Northern Cambria, Jerry, is that a third quarter score because it was 7-0 at the half? It could be. Might be third quarter. Northern Cambria evidently has scored a second touchdown to make it 14-0 in. Indiana and Ringgold. Ringgold's lost 25 games in a row, I believe. They're in the third quarter. Matter of fact, the third quarter just ended already at Indiana, and it's 7-7. Out-of-town scoreboard on the SCG, easy for me to say, Hobby Halftime Report. I just do these games as a hobby. It's 12-0 Marion Center. That is the SCG Hobby Halftime Show. Stay with us now for the start of the second half. Marion Center will be kicking off to the Homer Center Wildcats when we return to the corner of Lincoln and Harrison Streets in the borough of Homer City on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
I'm Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland and Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics or engaging in extracurricular activities or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's future. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person,
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
For Marion Center, they'd be well advised to make something happen on their opening possession. The Stingers will be kicking off to Homer Center. The Wildcats are lined up. Marion Center's kick team just coming out onto the field, and the second half kickoff will be brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center, with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Also, thank you, Grand Beginnings, for thinking of our 46th Teddy Bear Fund Drive, funding child health care at IRMC and Children's Hospital. Last week, $1 for every point scored across our radio network of games, $176 opening week alone, and that total is adding upward as we speak.
That's very good. And if you're Homer Center, you don't want a repeat of what happened last week, letting the ball be recovered by the kick team.
Yeah, it might have been addressed during the week. End over end kick, and Voluchik, oh, it has off his face mask, I think. They dive for it, and let's see, there's a scrum, and Homer Center somehow maintained possession. And I think it might have been Deegan Fedorik. That was crazy.
You had to be here to see that. Yeah, that ball bounced off his face mask. The other back, who was that? Fedorik was back there?
He was the one that recovered
He recovered it, but the other returnee, it might have been Mills, he couldn't get on the ball. Marion Center had a plethora of defenders down there, and somehow the Wildcats got it. So maybe a sigh of relief, and let's see if they can make that happen momentum-wise. I still don't get it with Braden Dunn playing in the wing. He needs to be in the backfield where he can do his best.
Yeah, but he is a good receiver, and you're without your leading receiver, Will Jones, and Rufus Arone. The snap high. Frazier ends up with the football, and probably sorry that he did. And it's going to be a loss of some yardage. Back inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, a loss of 2. Carter Knox on the tackle for Marion Center.
If they can't get a snap back, they're not going to be able to use his receiving abilities. So we'll see what happens. That was just a bad play. Not the way you want to start.
Receiver to the left boundary is Ocean Maritita. Dunn slot right. Danny Jones, receiver right. Carson Arone looking, fires underneath, intercepted, and this one's going to go the distance. Tyler Phillips read it like a book and stepped in front of that Carson Arone pass, and it's a pick 6. And it's 18-0. Marion Center Stingers over the Homer Center Wildcats. And that interception from the 25-yard line, a 25-yard pick 6, and the Stingers now have control. They have seized control of this football game.
So looking for Braden Dunn, who was open, but the defensive back just broke on the play, picked it off clean, and was just about untouched. That was a backbreaker, as you said, Mark.
Attempting the extra point is the freshman Brady Haggerty. And the snap is good. It's put down. This kick looks dead center, and it is. And the Stingers are on their way. It's 19-0 Marion Center trying to break this long losing streak at the hands of the Homer Center Wildcats. 11 games in a row they've lost. They haven't won here since 2006, but they are on their way tonight. Turnovers killing Homer Center this evening. It's 19-0 on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
The The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Wildcats, killer. Marion Center's made them pay on both. That was a 25-yard Ty Phillips pick six. Kickoff is taken by Braden Dunn. Braden Dunn to the 25-30, gets a block, 35-40, zigs and zags his way, still on his feet, and dragged down as he gets over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Great running by Braden Dunn, finally stopped on the play by Trey Slavinsky, the senior. There's three Slavinskys. They're all brothers on that Marion Center roster.
Good return by Braden Dunn that showed his running back skills, and it did a nice job there. It's obvious that Homer can't score on this drive. This game's pretty much in the bank for Marion Center. The Wildcats have got to show some offensive might, and it just hasn't shown up yet. Let's see what they do here.
Now it's, is it Brady Frazier? No, it's going to be Carson Arone taking the snap. Welcome to varsity football, Carson, on that last pass attempt, and the give to Brady Frazier. Brady Frazier, if you get him in space, he's a handful because he has great speed, good trackster. Gain of about 4. Trent Slavinsky on the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers. Outside backer.
Yeah, Frazier's a good athlete. Could also be quarterback, but right now they're keeping him as a runner. And they need to break something, as you said.
Call it 2nd and 7 from the gun. Arone going to keep on the read option, makes a nice cut, and he spins as a flag flies. This might go against Homer Center. Dan Jones kind of gave the official a look. I'm not sure what this penalty is. It came way away from the play, and it is on Homer Center.
Coach Page is just giving the official an earful right now.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he's saying, "Why are you calling a penalty that far away from the play?" He's got an argument.
5 yards from the
They back it up 10 yards, block in the back, and they put it at the Homer Center 43-yard line. And Coach Page trying to get this program back on track, and that kind of stuff just adds to the frustration.
It is. It's frustrating. You know that he's had some struggles here. The talent level's down. They need to make something happen here.
2nd down, 14. Arone play action, boots to his right. Pressure coming, throws on the run. Almost intercepted and then caught. Great eye-hand coordination by Braden Dunn to haul that in, because Plosnock thought he was going to pick that pass off and take it to the north end zone as well.
Frazier's surrounded by 3 players.
We look at it on our replay, and Plosnock saying, "How did I not grab that?"
There was 1, 2, 3, 4 Marion Center defenders there, and Braden.
3rd down and call it 5 for the Wildcats.
Cats need to take advantage of that.
In Marion Center territory at the 49. Shotgun snap. Arone loads up, going to throw deep downfield to nobody. Just got rid of that ball. That was a heave and hope play to Riley Cobaugh, and there was no hope for it to be completed, as Plosnock was the man closest to it, and the Wildcats will have to punt it away.
Well, going deep, those are low percentage passes. And right now, Wildcats need anything high percentage-wise. They're probably going to go for this.
Nah, they're punting.
Oh, I see Frazier back there.
Dan Jones, the long snapper. Really good long snapper.
Yeah.
We'll probably sell this one over Frazier's head now.
These guys need a break. They need a fumble or drop punt.
Snap is true. It's strong. Frazier looking to maybe run with the football. He kicks it rugby-style punt, and he did well to get it off. Just looking to see if it was going to open up, and it didn't. So he did punt the football, and it will roll dead.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Roll or go out of bounds at the 20.
Take over first.
That's not the 27. Is it the 27-yard line or 32?
Yeah, it's 27.
22-yard punt, rugby style.
It's fortunate to get it off and get it that far downfield because he was running out of territory.
So, 1st and 10, Marion Center, with 9:03 left here in the third quarter. I'll get it right. The Indiana game's already in the fourth quarter. I don't know what it is about our games. They just go on.
Yeah, well, I don't know either because there's been a lot of running the ball. You'd think I'd burn clock.
So 29 is where they settle, putting the football down.
Go, Homer!
Cam Rising under his center and turns and hands it off and stumbling ahead for a couple for the Marion Center Stingers. Let's see who had that. Football Ty Phillips on the carry. For the Homer Center Wildcats, Gabe Ruffner on the tackle.
They'll take those 3-yard gains, keep the ball, use the clock, comfortably ahead by 19.
8:40, clock moving here in the third quarter. Marion Center has capitalized on 2 huge turnovers. One, a pick 6. Rising gives to the wing left and running with that football. And again, good hard-nosed defense. Cody Bell with a pretty good stick out there for Homer Center. They've been much better defensively.
Luchek in there also. He's played well tonight.
146 yards allowed in the first half, but a couple good over 100 yards on 2 plays.
Yeah, that's on passing. The running defense has been pretty darn good.
3rd down and 8.
However, the running offense has not been existent.
But credit Marion Center. I mean, they did it to Portage last week, too. And Rising, play action, looks underneath, throws and misfired. Had
Rising's pass intended
his
for number
receiver,
11,
Landon Cook. But second time tonight we've seen Cam misfire, and Marion Center's going to have to punt it away, you would think. 4th down and 7.
Dunn was on the sidelines for that series, and they had a double coverage on that receiver. So.
Trots out. Dunn does now to return the punt along with Brian Mills, pair of seniors. Wildcats 11 seniors, 8 juniors, 8 sophomores, 12 freshmen on the roster. Marion Center 35, 11 seniors, 5 juniors, 10 sophomores, 9 freshmen. And the punt from Cam Rising away, taken by Dunn. He fakes a reverse, comes near side, runs through a tackle to midfield to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, and bowls over the tackler for the Marion Center Stingers, Troy Slavinsky. And the Wildcats will have excellent field position at the Stingers' 33-yard line.
Wildcats take over 1st and 10.
He wants to run the football, and they got to give him a chance to do that. That was a nice return, and he just took that tackler on straight up.
26-yard return.
Good runners do that. They make the defender pay instead of vice versa.
So the Wildcats trailing 19-0. 7:32 left in the third. They start at the Marion Center 33, and they come out in a straight I formation. Brady Frazier, Braden Dunn. And they give to Dunn. Dunn, right side, dragged down, 1-yard gain, maybe 2. On the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers, Carter Knox, 5'10", 203-pound junior. Colin Anderson with a token assist. Big boy, 6'2", 272-pound senior. We'll be out at Molino Stadium for a Saturday night sports special. Next Saturday, Cambria Heights and the Stingers.
This is a nice job by Knox there. He just got some penetration, made the tackle.
Tight end right, Caden McAnulty. They give it to Dunn. Dunn inside the Marion Center 30 to about the 28-yard line. Braden with positive yardage of 3 or 4.
Phillips on the stop.
On the stop for the Marion Center Stingers, Ty Phillips.
Gain of 4, 3rd and 5.
One of the inside linebackers, the other Cam Rising. You don't see that too often, even in small high school ball, where your quarterback also plays inside backer, but Rising is sturdy at 192 pounds. Pistol back, and they give it to the fullback Frazier, who's going to spin down to about the 26-yard line, well short of a first down. We'll see if they even give him the, yeah, they do give him about the 26. So 4th down and 4. We're going to be inside of 6 minutes by the time they snap the ball. Immediate timeout if the Wildcats don't convert.
They had a quick pitch they used last week, and it was very effective. I'd like to see them try that. They're going to be lined up in the
pistol back is Braden Dunn. Sidecar left is Brady Frazier. And they're going to look to throw. Backside pressure coming. Now he dumps it off. Frazier has it. Frazier to the 30, to the 25, 20, 15. There's that speed that he possesses, and he's tackled at the 15-yard line by Mason Plosnock. But good job by Carson Arone improvising and then dumped it off. I don't think it was
first down.
set up that way.
He was the safety there, Mark, and it was you're right. That was an excellent job. He couldn't find the primaries open, and he managed to check down and get it to Frazier, who is good in the open field. Knocking at the door a little bit here.
11-yard pass play to Frazier from the Marion Center 15. Give to Frazier, bounces off one tackle. Stingers have him right at the line of scrimmage and push him back. Cam Rising. Just talked about him and his strength. He showed it off there a little bit. Ty Phillips, his fellow inside backer, also in the neighborhood. They're going to maybe mark it outside of the 15, back near the 16-yard line. Second down. Can't really see the ball. Oh, there it is. It is back at the 16-yard line. It's second down and about 10, I guess. 4:35 clock churns at Memorial Field. Carson Arone takes the snap. Read option. He's going to keep it to the 15, to the 10.
Arone on the carry.
And inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line.
Number 55, Lincoln Bailey on the stop for the Stingers.
Braden Dunn was on the sidelines on that place. I see him down there now.
About 6, 3rd down.
Defensive end Lincoln Bailey on that tackle, 5'11", 223-pound senior. 8 minutes in, 4 minutes remain in this third quarter. Wildcats 3rd down and 4.
Big play here. Need to gain some positive yardage.
McAnulty, tight end right. They have a tight end to the left. Frazier, the lone setback, and they hand it to him. Through a little opening. Going to be close to a first down.
Frazier on the carry.
As he gets down to about the 6-yard line.
Phillips and Cook.
Very close to a first down if that's where he's at.
See,
4 near the first.
They have 4th down on the yard marker. Lou Izotic, the 55-year referee who does such a good job, is going to need the chains, and we're going to step out and take a quick break with 3:30 left in the third quarter. 19-0 Stingers on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Hello, this is your state representative, Brian Smith. I serve the Greater Marion Center School District in the 66th Legislative District. I am also a big fan of our student athletes on and off the field. Football season's an exciting time, so I'm extending my personal and sincere best wishes to our Marion Center Stingers. Have fun out there on the gridiron. You've got this. You've got what it takes to win and make a run for that championship.
Measurement. They allowed both teams to hydrate if they wanted. So the Wildcats from their own sideline now line up out over the football. Zach Wilson, and they'll go from the shotgun on 4th and inches. Carson Arone sends a man in motion. That is Dunn, who lines up under center, and they hand it to him, and Marion Center might have stuffed him. Well, that was interesting. Well designed, actually. Good thought. But Marion Center didn't bite.
Several Stingers on
and I think I think the Stingers hold Homer Center. Lou Izotic says Marion Center football.
That was a killer.
Media timeout on the field with 3:25 remaining in the third quarter. Score remains Marion Center 19 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Wheelchairs for Warriors is revved up for an adventurous motorcycle benefit ride hosted by Betty Lou's 2 Backside Bar and Grill. Join the cause for an exhilarating day of riding, delicious food and refreshing beverages, awesome music, and a vibrant community spirit. The ride starts and ends at Betty Lou's 2 just outside of Clymer on Highway 286 East. All street legal vehicles are welcome. Join the ride and make a difference for our injured veterans and first responders. See you on the road. Check out Betty Lou's 2 Facebook page for the details.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Marion Center.
Well, they stopped it, and that's not easy to do. They've done well defensively.
Yeah, they've played almost 7 quarters this season, and they haven't given up a point. That's pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Homer had a chance there.
Cam Rising under center this time, and he turns and hands the football off, and not a lot of running room. And that was Ty Phillips that had it. Phillips also had a 25-yard pick six earlier in this quarter to really, I don't want to say necessarily put it away, but make it extremely difficult for Homer Center.
Yeah, it's very much that way right now. The Wildcats show no ability to make big plays right now.
Under 3 minutes to play. It's 2nd down and 9 after that 1-yard Phillips run. Motion man, and that is Plosnock. And Plosnock, good hard-nosed running out over the 15, 16, 17-yard line. Just a punishing run. And a couple Wildcats getting up slowly as a result.
Jones and Ruckner on the stop for the Wildcats.
Made a nice cut there at the hole. And
public address announcer Chris Garetano crediting Gabe Ruffner and Dan Jones.
It is enough for a Stinger
first down. Drive started at the 7.
Ball at the 16-yard line.
Well, I guess if it's at the 16, it didn't start at the 7 if it's a first down, right?
That's right.
And the give, and the Wildcats going to cause a loss. Was that Phillips again on the carry or not? Can't pick up that number.
I couldn't either. I think that's who it was.
Loss of a yard.
Wildcats need a turnover here. They can't drive the length of the field.
Well, they had 16 on the scoreboard, but the line of scrimmage was, the original line of scrimmage was the 17, so they did pick up first down yardage. 2nd down, it's a positive yard on that play too, so 2nd and 9. Cam Rising throws, out pattern, sells it high into the Marion Center bench over the head of Plosnock.
Ball's incomplete, 3rd down and 9.
Plosnock last year, 20 receptions for 318 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cam Rising a year ago, when he was kind of pressed into duty when Drew Runk got hurt, was 54 of 119 for 685 yards and 4 touchdowns. He did throw 9 interceptions, so looking to grow as a quarterback, not only his junior year, but looking ahead to next year. 1:47 remaining in this third quarter. It's 3rd down and 9. Stingers have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
This has been the bad news for the Wildcats. 3rd and long.
Rising, looking, throwing, has a receiver, but stopped well short of the first down by Sean Volusic. It was completed to Troy Slavinsky, the freshman receiver, and the Stingers are going to have to punt it away again. Punter is Cam Rising, entering the game. 3 punts last week, 33.3 average. Mills and Dunn back deep for Homer Center. Clock moving with 1:20 to play here in the third, 19-0 Marion Center.
You got a punt block in your playbook. This is the time to pull it out.
Go, Homer, block it.
Gunner on the near side, Joseph Shipley for the Stingers.
Should get it in 4-down territory.
And there's movement, and it's going to be a 5-yard mark-off on the Marion Center Stingers.
One of the Wildcats took the liberty of knocking one of the Stingers down. Whistle blew.
5-yard penalty will make it.
I want to say hello to our good friend Jimmy Sutter. If you're watching tonight, Jimmy, got some good sauce on some wings, Jimmy, we're going to dig into. I know you'd like that. Frankly, I'd bring them over to you, but I'm rather hungry. It's 4th down after the... did they mark it off yet?
Yeah, they marked it. 4th and 8. 4th and 9, actually.
Football at about the 18-yard line, rising to punt. Snap is good. Gets the kick away. Short end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for. Braden Dunn using those good short.
That's got to be a flag, and it is.
It's a flag on Marion Center. As Marion Center's Owen Hopper hopped into Dunn. Wasn't super flagrant, but enough with a fair catch that you just can't do that.
He pushed him after he caught the ball, and you just can't do that. That was a bad play on one of the few that Stingers have made. Cost them 10 more yards, though. 15. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
That was very costly. Homer's in definite 4-down territory at the 30-yard line.
So from the 45 down to the 30.
On the Stingers is a 15-yard penalty from the end of the play.
So 1 minute remaining. Homer Center will start at the Marion Center.
Start 1st and 10 at the Stinger 31-yard
line.
Go, Homer.
Could have used Will Jones in this situation. Good deep pass threat.
Handoff, and it's Dom Shimko with the football on the handoff from Carson Arone to the 28-yard line for a gain of 3 on the tackle for the Stingers. Carter Knox, left tackle, and we have a Marion Center Stinger a little banged up, might be Ty Phillips.
Done on the previous carry.
Wildcats next week at Penn's Manor. Will be on the air at 6:15 from Pat Corrigan Field.
To the press box. It was found on the ground over by the hillside near the corner of Lincoln and Harrison Street.
Looks like
if you're missing a
Indiana and Ringgold
to claim it.
Going to overtime.
Oh my, yes.
Well into the 4th quarter at West Shamokin, Penn's Manor leading 20-6. End of 3, Cambria Heights 44-0. And with the football, Braden Dunn, and that not going anywhere. Going to lose a yard back to the 30, maybe even the 31.
The end, unblocked. Just came in, wrapped them up. Good defensive play.
On the tackle, Lakin Bailey. You know, last week I said, well, we'll get back to it. It's Northern Cambria 21, United Valley nothing at the end of 3. And we are at the end of 3 right here at Memorial Field. The Stingers trying to get off the snide against the Wildcats. Cam Rising's never beaten Homer Center, the only team in the conference he hasn't beaten, but he's on his way tonight. I'm sure that will feel good. It's 19-0 Marion Center over the Homer Center Wildcats on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
Come back. A little pass out in the flat to Brian Mills, and Mills some positive yardage down to the Marion Center 26-yard line. So it'll be 4th down for Homer Center, about 5 to go as we start this 4th quarter, presented by 5-Star Mitsubishi.
Any chance of getting in this game, this first down needs to be picked up for your Wildcat fan.
Indiana just scored in overtime. Ringgold will get a possession. 4th down and 5 for Homer Center. And Carson Arone steps up in the pocket, fires, and it's going to be
Arone's pass
incomplete. Wouldn't have been a first down anyway.
It's intended for
underneath.
Dunn, broken up nicely by number 13.
Braden Dunn, the receiver, but it was knocked away by Drew Runk, and Marion Center will take over.
Downs, 1st and 10.
I was trying to find out
ball at their own 26-yard line.
When was the last time Marion Center started a season with a shutout? My own records, it goes beyond 2003.
Some out-of-town scores.
Talked to Adam Rising. He thought maybe 2000. Wasn't sure when he played, but in the 90s, Coach Pinizzato told me pretty sure. Now the next, we never did find out. The next question is, when did you start a season with back-to-back shutouts?
Back-to-back shutouts, back-to-back wins even. That's pretty significant for him.
Well, that was 2020. That I know. Rising hands it off and cradling that football and running for good yardage for the Marion Center Stingers. Trent Slavinsky. He's been held pretty much in check, but Wildcat defense, which has played, I think, pretty well. They've only given up 2 touchdowns, one with a short field. Now Sean Volucic hobbling out.
Oh, that's not good. He's played so well. They need him on the field, and he's going to have to come out.
Jerry, what was the starting point of the drive?
26 yards.
26. From the 40-yard line, favoring the left hash, they're going to give to the left wing back, and good defense by Homer Center. And making that tackle for the Wildcats, Gabe Kobar, freshman.
Just in the game, I watched him come in there when Volucic went out, and he just went back there and said, "You're not coming this way."
Gabe Kobar with good skill sets. He and his brother have outstanding speed. No gain, 2nd down and 10. He'll get more playing time as he catches up to the speed of this varsity game. 2nd down and 10, and the give, and not a lot of running room for the Marion Center Stingers. With the football was Slavinsky again. It'll be 3rd down and 9. We're inside of 10 minutes in this 4th quarter, being presented by 5-Star Mitsubishi. Wildcats have grown, I would say, as a football team from week 1 to week 2. Much better performance.
Need to put some pressure on Rising here.
3rd down, we'll call it 8 to go.
It's passing down, and it's a 3rd down. Both bad news for the Wildcat D.
Although they've been a lot better tonight.
Well,
Cam Rising from the shotgun, boots to his left. Looking, throwing against the grain, deflected away, incomplete.
Rising's pass intended for
Plosnock had his hands on it, and the Wildcats, I think it was Riley Kobar.
Broken up by Riley Kobar.
Good job.
Did a good job there, and Marion Center will have to punt it away.
That ball was rifled, too. Good job by the Homer D. That's more like it.
Rising to punt.
You're right about one thing, Mort. They have shown a much better attitude and play here tonight than they did last week.
Marion Center's last 3 possessions, they've gone 1 first down and then 3 and out. Actually, 1 3 and out, period. And then the other 2 possessions, just 1 first down. Punt, a good one. Dunn backed up to the 19-yard line. His knee hit the ground. And the Wildcats will take over. We'll take a quick timeout with 9:14 remaining in the football game. 19-0 Marion Center on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Come back to action. Brian Mills takes the handoff from Carson Arone and has 4 yards to the 24-yard line. Indiana defeats Ringgold 14-13 in overtime. Ringgold did score, but I didn't notice Porterfield.
They had to go for 2, and the Indians stopped them.
They went for 2? Okay. Yeah. So Indiana wins against Ringgold. Throw underneath intended for Mills, incomplete, but there was a hand in the way there of Carson Arone. Trying to see, I think for Marion Center, it was Lakin Bailey that really disrupted that play and forced Carson to throw through him, basically. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 with 8:39 left in the football game, 19-0 Marion Center. Next week, we will be at Pat Corrigan Field, 6:15 airtime. Our spotter, Dennis Mester, will be along. 3rd down and 6. Carson Arone throws underneath to Deegan Fedoruk at the 30-yard line. Be good for a 1st down.
Good job of holding on to that ball.
34, Mason Plosnock.
Mason Plosnock, the safety, 6 foot, 178-pounder. He can lay the lather pretty good, Ward. I like Mason as a football player.
Yeah, he's done a pretty nice job, especially offensively.
So Marion Center's gone 7+ quarters without allowing a point this season.
I thought Meritito, I think he could get by his defender if they did. They haven't thrown to him much at all, if at all, tonight.
Stepping up in the pocket after reading pressure. Arone, good job, breaks the tackle. 1st down yardage, 42-yard line where he's thrown, and there's some flags flying. I'm not sure for what, I guess.
I think it's
tackling too hard.
Maybe helmet to helmet.
Oh, maybe that's it.
That's
Isaac
all I
Besa.
saw there. That was good hard tackling. I felt apparently they hit the helmet.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything wrong with it.
There was a couple flags. So.
Now, if it was helmet to helmet, then there's something wrong with it. Next week, speaking of Marion Center's defense, will really be put to the test next week at Molino Stadium. They'll host Cambria Heights, and they are
doing what everybody thought they'd do. Well,
yeah, that's
come on, boys. Ain't that hard. Make a call here.
Final score, Northern Cambria shuts out United Valley 27-0. You may remember early in the season, maybe even the season opener last year, that United Valley went to Northern Cambria and beat them, and then they win the tiebreaker for the Heritage Conference. And then United Valley gets upset by Mount Union in the opening round of the playoffs, and Northern Cambria goes on and makes a decent run.
Multiple fouls on
all kind of personal fouls. I can never understand why they march it forward and then march it back. And then inevitably the officials will somehow
put it in the wrong place.
It is a 1st down for
the result of the play will be a Wildcat 1st down.
Homer Center.
Well, actually, I thought they signaled 2 personal fouls on Marion Center.
End of 3, Portage 34, Conemaugh Valley nothing.
Oh boy, Portage woke up.
Penns Manor was leading 20-6 over West Shamokin late in the game. Toss left. Here comes Brian Mills, and Mills spins and is hit. And pretty good pursuit defensively by Marion Center, by Plosnock again, and also defensively by Brooks Stormer.
Stormer on the stop.
Good run there.
Brian,
4-yard pickup, but
Mills,
good hard run.
His only varsity touchdown came back on October 28th of 2022. 39-yard touchdown run, Ward. Do you know where that happened at? Come on, you get 3 guesses. Dawn, do you know? Coach Mester?
Purchase line.
Wrong. Okay, I'll let you think about it some more. 7:20 remaining, 2nd down, 7 to go. Carson Arone fires, good grab over the middle near the first down marker. Deegan Fedoruk. That was a well-thrown ball, needled it in there, and Fedoruk, good hands. And it's a first down at the Marion Center 47-yard line. Now, here's the hint. 2022, October 28th. Now think about the seasons back then and who you played. There's a timeout for a measurement. We'll step out for 30 seconds with the score. You think about this, Ward.
Oh, thank you.
19-0, Marion Center over Homer Center on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Mester guessed Berlin here. That's also wrong. That Brian Mills 39-yard touchdown run. It wasn't Muncie. Chris Garetano's into the act here, the public address announcer. Third down and less than a yard, and the give, and Mills is popped
on the carry
by Slavinsky, but he has a first down at the Stinger 43-yard line.
Northern Cambria.
Now, these guys are on the right track with crossover games, but that's why I said think about that season, October 28th, week
who
10.
They played.
First down and 10 at the Stinger 43. Mills sidecar right, Carson Arone taking the shotgun snap, fires underneath, has Dunn to the 30, Dunn forced out of bounds as he approaches the 35-yard line of Marion Center. Cam Rising on the tackle and had some help.
Stormer on the stop.
Brooks Stormer.
Second down and 2.
Also in on that tackle. It'll be second down and 2. Any more guesses? Don Mestre, I see smoke coming out of his ears to my left. Jerry, you're getting in on the action. The question is, Brian Mills' only varsity touchdown came on October 28th of 2022, 39-yard touchdown run. Second down and 3. Who did it come against? Tight end right, Caden McAnulty. And Carson hands it off to Mills. Mills may score his second touchdown by the time you guys get the answer to the question. It's a first down with 6 minutes left in the football game.
Looked like Rising on the stop.
I'll tell you this.
First down.
I'll give you another hint since you guys are
Your hints have been
making
terrible.
fools of yourselves. It was an away game.
Oh, wow.
An away crossover. Wimber's also wrong. You're not getting any of the Mavericks wings. And I'm not buying anything at Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. They're great stuff, too. Thank you, Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, by the way, making our video stream possible. First down and 10 at the Stinger 30, throwing out in the flat to Mills. Mills tackled pretty much in his tracks as he leans to the 30 in front of the Wildcat bench. Landon Cook on the
second down
tackle.
Oh, I'm at a loss.
I can tell you, even though they're not a sponsor, where we ate after the game, Ford. We made a little turn and ended up at Dino's in Latrobe. Give them a free plug. So I don't know if that helps you at all.
Couldn't have been Ligonier Valley.
No, it wasn't Ligonier Valley. Second down and 10. You guys are just awful. Inside of 5 minutes, 19-0 Marion Center. Arone, pump fake, now rolls to his right, looking for somebody. Has Deegan Fedoruk at about the 15-yard line. Great job by Carson Arone. And Deegan Fedoruk with the catch. I'm not sure who made that tackle. I did not spot the number.
Nice pass.
Drew Ruck being credited with the tackle. So the Wildcats inside, well, it's just outside the 15-yard line. Toss left to Mills. Mills to the 10 to the 8-yard line, where he's cut down by Mason Plus, Knock, and Stormer. Brooks Stormer's been in on some plays.
Good hard hit there, but he hung on to the ball. That's good to see.
4:10 remaining in the football game. 19-0 Marion Center. We'll be out at Molino Stadium for the Stingers' home opener. And it's going to be a tough challenge against the Cambria Heights Highlanders next Saturday night. Sidecar right, Brian Mills. And they hand it off to Mills. Mills breaks one tackle and gets down to the 5-yard line. Oh, we finally have the correct answer from Don Mester. He says Myersdale, and he is correct.
Wow. That was a long haul, too. Good.
That was a 45-3 Wildcat victory.
Mills on the carry.
3.5 minutes left in the football game. Wildcats trying to break this long goose egg string that this outstanding Marion Center defense has thrown here early in the season. 1st and goal, Homer Center. Arone gives to Mills. Mills spins down to about the 2. So this drive that started at the Homer Center 20-yard line, and now we have
Stinger down.
A Stinger down and getting up slowly, and that is Colin Anderson. They don't want to lose him. He's one of the anchors of both lines, really. They put the football down at the 3. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line.
He walked off under his own power, so he should be all right.
Mills loaned back, and they give it to Mills. Mills up the middle toward the goal line. He's going to be held out.
Jeez, it looked like he made enough penetration to score there.
Going to be inside the 1-yard line.
Just short.
Lou Izotic saying about that much, and he had his arms spread word that much, which doesn't help our radio listeners. But about what? Half a yard.
That's why we're here to tell them that much.
Arone turns, hands to Mills. Mills leans toward the goal line. Touchdown, Homer Center Wildcats. Brian Mills, 2nd varsity touchdown, and Ward is 1st since October 28, 2022 on a 39-yard touchdown run. Where was that run at?
Myersdale.
This one's at Homer Center's Memorial Field, and the Wildcats are on the board. It's 19-6
a lot
with
of work.
2:28 left.
Good job to drive down there and score something positive to take away from this.
The Wildcats, Brady Frazier out to attempt the extra point, the sophomore right-footed soccer-style kicker. Dan Jones, long snapper. Braden Dunn, the holder. And the execution looks good, and the kick hits the upright. It is not good. It kicks out to the right, and the extra point is no good. But teams come upfield. Wildcats break the long shutout streak of the Stingers. 7+ quarters. It's now 19-6 Marion Center over Homer Center on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Ready for your next adventure? With Repine Travel, unforgettable memories are just around the corner. November 10th to 16th, immerse yourself in the excitement of Branson, Missouri. Or get swept up in the holiday magic of New York City, December 8th to 10th. And mark your calendars for October 2025. Set sail on a no-fly Islands in the Bahamas cruise aboard the luxurious Symphony of the Seas. Relax and explore the islands like never before. A big thank you to everyone who voted Repine Travel the best travel agency in the best of Indiana County. Book now with
Onside kick attempt is going to be recovered by Marion Center, and there's a flag on the play as well. We're going to have a media timeout, so we're going to step out. We'll tell you the Luther Ford drive summary. 16 plays, 80 yards. It took 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Media timeout coming up next. 2:27 left in the football game. It's 19-6. Marion Center leading the Homer Center Wildcats. We'll come back to Memorial Field after this on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
Hello, this is your state representative, Brian Smith. I serve the Greater Marion Center School District in the 66th Legislative District. I am also a big fan of our student athletes on and off the field. Football season's an exciting time, so I'm extending my personal and sincere best wishes to our Marion Center Stingers. Have fun out there on the gridiron. You've got this. You've got what it takes to win and make a run for that championship.
Will save you money.
Well, it was offsides on Marion Center, so the Wildcats' onside kick attempt a second time. Now we will get immediate timeout, so we brought it back to you as they re-kicked, and Marion Center did recover, and they will have the ball at the 45-yard line. Now we'll take immediate timeout with 2:25 left in the football game. Our coverage from Memorial Field continues after this on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi. It doesn't get better than this.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Grayston Coral Sports.
Leading that long 80-yard touchdown drive. We'll give you the numbers again after this play as Marion Center will start from their own 46. Both teams with 3 timeouts, and there's a flag, and Marion Center jumped the gun. We're 16 plays, 80 yards, 6 minutes, 46 seconds. They were 3 for 3 on third downs, 6 first downs, and Carson Arone was 6 of 9 for 52 yards passing. And you guys missed my trivia question 8 times. That was all on that.
8 times. That was a good question.
Cam Rising hands it off, and Wildcats trying to strip the football. And Greg Page going to call a timeout as it was Marion Center's Trent Slavinsky tackled after no gain, or a short gain on the play. Timeout, 2:17 remaining in the game, 19-6. Marion Center over Homer Center on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club invites you to take a look at the club voted Best in Indiana County 2023. Inside, you can find members unwinding with friends and enjoying delicious food like their homemade pizza. You can relax in the club by playing darts, pool, or shuffleboard. The club is a great place to watch your favorite team with family and friends. Proud to sponsor the Wildcats, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
Midfield to about the 49-yard line, but it's going to set up third down and about 6 to go for the Wildcats. Brady Fraser on the stop.
Stinger's content just to run the ball, gain some positive yardage. They can kick it away.
3rd down and 7.
Wildcats do not burn a timeout, so it moves down to the 1:45 mark. We'll be out at Penns Manor's Pat Corrigan Field. Penns Manor a winner tonight, 20-6 on the out-of-town scoreboard. Cambria Heights final score, 51-0 over Purchase Line.
Oh, jeez.
Some confusion, but they do get it into the hands of Plosnock, and Plosnock around the left end into Homer Center territory, and the Wildcats will burn a timeout now. It'll be 4th and short for the Stingers when we return. With 1:26 remaining in the football game, they continue to lead Homer Center 19-6 on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call?
Not have a return man, and they bring pressure, but they don't block it. It's a short kick, bounces laterally toward the Wildcat bench, and it's going to be touched down at the 29-yard line by Drew Runk. And the Wildcats, with 1:17 to play, will have the football back. Good defense by Homer Center. Tomorrow at noon, Pitt and Kent State will pick it up right near kickoff following Bill Otto's Oldies Attic, which airs and has for many years from 9 to noon. So it'll be Pitt and Kent State.
Well, you know, his defense pitched a shutout here in the second half. The only score was on that interception return.
Point. Yep, good point.
So they have played exceptionally well.
Marion Center's last 4 possessions were 3 and out, 1 first down and then 3 and out, 1 first down, then 3 and out, and then 3 and out.
They're playing it close to the vest, of course, but nevertheless, that defense hung in there. That's got to be encouraging.
Carson Arone has been encouraging other than the pick 6. He throws a wobbler there, but it was wobbling into the hands of Ocean Maritita, who catches it for some positive yardage. I don't know if that pass was maybe deflected near the line of scrimmage. Either way, it goes for a gain of 9 and 2nd down and 1, and I have a feeling moving forward, you might see Carson Arone seize control of this quarterback job.
Very well could be.
Oh, he's tripped up, I think, by his own player, Brady Frazier. And Greg Page, for now, allows the clock to roll. Both coaches will join us here in the booth after the game on our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. Time to be first. Our stats presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Jerry Rossi presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Wow, he gets the attire too, all the fancy gear from First Commonwealth. Oh, we're rising on the blitz, and he has Arone, and he throws him down like a rag doll and sacks him back at the 21, and I think he'll be flagged maybe for celebration. I don't know. But there is a flag, but geez, let the kids play.
I think it's a horse collar.
Oh, maybe that was it.
He's
okay.
Claiming that's where he grabbed him.
Well, then that's different. I was going to say, it is a horse collar penalty. If he was calling him for celebration, that would have really ticked me off a little bit. That
would have been an unnecessary call, to say the least. But it wasn't. It was a horse collar, the way he flipped him around.
First Commonwealth Bank postgame show will have radio replays and interviews with both coaches on WCCS Radio and on Renda Digital TV.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle on the Stingers.
I'm sure Adam Rising not too happy with the penalties his team took tonight.
Penalty yardage, Jared? Yeah. He'll have to add that one up.
But, they have played well.
Carson Arone with Frazier to his left. They restart the clock, 19 seconds, that's all that remains. And Carson takes the snap, throws it a little bubble screen out to Ocean Maritita. Incomplete, and for good measure, anticipating a completion and laying a good stick on Maritita was Marion Center's Trent Slavinsky. Outside linebacker, good young football player, sophomore. One of 3 Slavinsky brothers. They could start a polka band. Slavinsky brothers. Adam Rising and the Slavinsky brothers. And Carson Arone going to throw deep downfield into no man's land. And Plosnick says, thank you very much. Interception at the 25 to the 35. And going to be tackled as he gets to the 40-yard line with 2.3 seconds left. And that will do it.
Runs pass intercepted.
Word last week, I was talking to Lou Zodik. We were talking about ethnic food and pierogies and halupki before the game, and I told him about the Polish festival up in Erie that I was at last weekend. Last year, they took in over $335,000. They sold out of the 15,000 pierogies that they made Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. What kind of planning? You run out of your 15,000 pierogies.
I don't know.
They 5,000.
Didn't anticipate that kind of crowd, I guess.
Well, it's
they didn't know you'd be up there.
It's amazing. Yeah, that's true. That's what did it. So Marion Center in victory formation. And that is it. Marion Center has come to Memorial Field for the first time
Center 19, Homer Center 6.
since 2006. 6,562 days ago. September 8th of 2006 was their last win here, 27-7 before Coach Page came on board. And they are 2-0 off to a good start, and we're looking forward to their game next Saturday night against Cambria Heights on Renda Digital TV. Final score here tonight. Hats off, helmets off. A tip of the helmet to the Marion Center Stingers. They're 2-0. Wildcats drop to 0-2 for the first time since 2011. Final score, Marion Center 19, Homer Center Wildcats 6. Stay with us for our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. It's up next on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, EcoSport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create, and I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or on the polls at Election Day. I am grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hunt & Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong personal relationships with their clients. Hunt & Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an agency working in your best interest. And that's Hunt & Blues Insurance, 2 locations, Indiana and Johnstown.
Very much, Mike. When we first want to thank the Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club, just heard from them. Don't forget, big event there tomorrow night at the Twin Cities Event Hall. Old 97 Band, Johnny Cash Tribute Band, on the stage at the Twin Cities Event Hall from 7 to 10 p.m. Only 200 tickets being sold. You can stop by or call the club at 479-3985. It is open to the public. You don't have to be a member. October 19th, Gun Bash also coming up. Over 1,200 members strong. Voted the best social club and sportsman's club in the Best of Indiana County contest. Well, the Marion Center Stingers broke a long 11-game losing streak at the hands of the Homer Center Wildcats. Also won for the first time at Memorial Field since September of 2006, defeating Homer Center 19-6 at Memorial Field. And things started out for Marion Center shaky. They had to call timeout before they ran a play, and then they lost a yard on 2 plays, so they were faced with 3rd down and 11 from their own 32-yard line. Tyler Phillips in the backfield, sidecar to the left, rising, takes the snap, going to throw deep down the field, has a receiver who hauls it in, and Noah McCoy running for a touchdown. 68 yards on 3rd and 11. They convert. He had a touchdown pass last week in the win at Portage, and he has his 2nd of the season. Well-thrown ball by Cam Rising, and the Stingers strike, and they strike big on 3rd down. It's 6-0. After a penalty, the Stingers went for 2, but the try for 2 failed. They fumbled the snap. 3-play, 67-yard drive took 51 seconds. We headed to the second quarter, and the Wildcats couldn't get any offense going, and then the two teams exchanged turnovers. Marion Center on the first play from scrimmage, starting a drive at their own 36. Cam Rising was intercepted by Dan Jones, but very next play, the Wildcats gave it right back. Brian Mills fumbled the football. Marion Center started at their own, or at the Wildcat 34, drove 5 plays, 34 yards, took only 52 seconds, capitalizing on the turnover on a 7-yard touchdown run on 2nd and 5 from Mason Plosnock, and it was 12-0 with 19.9 seconds left in the first half, and that's where we stayed heading to the third quarter. The Wildcats accepted possession of the ball, started at their own 26-yard line. They were faced with a 2nd down and 10. Carson Arone looking, fires underneath, intercepted, and this one's going to go the distance. Tyler Phillips read it like a book and stepped in front of that Carson Arone pass, and it's a pick 6. And it's 18-0. Marion Center Stingers over the Homer Center Wildcats. And that interception from the 25-yard line, a 25-yard pick 6, and the Stingers now have control. They have seized control of this football game. 19-0 after Brady Haggerty's extra point, and that's the way the third quarter ended. We went to the fourth quarter. Carson Arone remaining at the helm at quarterback and doing a pretty good job, actually, overall. Wildcats, he engineered a nice 80-yard touchdown drive that started obviously at the 20 at the 9:14 mark. 16 plays, 80 yards. They were 3 for 3 on third downs, 6 first downs. Arone was 6 of 9 passing for 52 yards. And a young man, a senior, Brian Mills, touching the end zone for the first time since 2022. Arone turns, hands to Mills. Mills leans toward the goal line. Touchdown, Homer Center Wildcats. Brian Mills' second varsity touchdown, and Ward his first since October 28, 2022, on a 39-yard touchdown run. Where was that run at?
Myersdale.
This one's at Homer Center's Memorial Field, and the Wildcats are on the board. It's 19-6.
A lot of work.
28 left.
Good.
Brady Frazier's extra point clanked the right upright. It was no good, and that was the final score. 19-6, Marion Center wins it over the Homer Center Wildcats. When our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show continues, we hope to hear from both coaches up here in the booth. We also will have the stats, that and more when we continue for Memorial Field 19-6 Stingers on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently.
Great food and fun? And you want to go to the hidden dive where all the locals eat? Around these parts, that's Mavericks. Pick your favorites from the jukebox, grab a cold one at the bar, and rack up a round of 8-ball. They've got a new one-page menu that covers it all. Appetizers, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and the best wings. Period. Everything is prepared better than you expect. Minutes from anywhere in Homer City right off 119. Mavericks, drinks, sports, food. Make us proud, Wildcats. You got
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar to new heights. Voted Best Social Club and Best Sportsman's Club in Indiana County 2024. The club is proud of their newly remodeled bar area and is excited about the new air purification system that has been installed, the same technology that area casinos use. New large screen TVs, flooring, skills games, and more. Pizza nights every Thursday and Friday during Wildcat season. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Go!
Let's go Wildcats! Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is the bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Every year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just...
Center Wildcats will kind of jump ahead on our postgame show, still waiting the arrival of both coaches joining us. Ward, the stats in this football game.
For Marion Center, Slowinski had 5 carries and 19 yards. Rising, 6 for 15. Runk, 4 for 2 yards. Phillips had 8 for 20. And Plushnock had 6 for 39, and that included a touchdown. They had 28 rushes for 95 yards and a TD through the air. Rising was 9 of 15, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, 151 yards. So they had 95 on the ground, 151 through the air, 246 total. Not a bad effort.
Yep.
You can win a lot of games doing that defensively. For Homer Center, Mills had 19 carries and 41 yards. He'll sleep good tonight. He had a touchdown there. Braden Dunn had 8 carries for 6 yards. Frazier had 6 for 10. And Roan had 5 for 18. Homer had 38 rushes, 71 rushing yards through the air. Combined 13 of 27 for 121 yards, 2 interceptions. That one was really costly there at the beginning of the second half. 71 on the ground, 121 through the air, 192 offensive yards for Homer Center against a pretty good defense. So good effort from last week.
All right, we're going to shift gears here. We'll get Coach Page in our broadcast set here on the First Commonwealth Bank Postgame show. You can grab a water there, Coach. I'll tell you what, we'll come back in 30 seconds. We'll continue in 30 seconds with head coach Greg Page when our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show continues on the Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC and the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club.
Every year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
Greg Page joining us on our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. 19-6, his team falls to the Marion Center Stingers. But Coach Page, what comes to my mind first is I saw a football team grow from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like our kids were motivated this week. I know they're hearing from different factions and people, that they're not very good and things like that, but I think they came to play. And Marion Center's got a good physical football team. I mean, I thought they won the physicality battle overall, but I felt like we came right at them at times. We had opportunities. I felt like at times we outplayed them, but they made big plays. And you have to limit those, and you have to be able to score more than 6 points, and that's just something we're going to have to keep working on.
Defensively, second half, other than the, you can't take it away, obviously, the pick six, but
right.
You tossed a shutout.
We did, yeah. I'm proud of the defense. I mean, because you saw last week, they got gashed at times, and I really felt like this is a harder offense to prepare for just because of the misdirection and some of those things that they offer. I mean, United came right at us, but these guys, you have to watch out for a lot of things, and we controlled, for the most part, some pretty good skill people, but the McCoy kid was a difference maker.
Boy, that was a killer early in the game. You come out again. Looks like maybe like last week, going to be a 3-and-out, but third down and 11, they hit you on a 68-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah. I mean, our kid fell and he got tangled up, and their kid's good. I mean, we told them all week, listen, they're going to primarily run fades with this kid, and they did, and he makes plays, and the rising kid throws it out there. He throws a good ball. But again, we came back. We gave up a score, I think, late in the half, which was critical to keep them off the board, and we didn't do it.
Well, you had back-to-back turnovers. You forced a turnover, Dan Jones interception of Rising, but then you gave it right back on the very next play. Nobody likes to make mistakes, but that was really a killer because they made you pay. In a big way, they drove it down with 19 seconds left to make it 12-0.
Was that the fumble?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're putting the ball on the ground too much. I don't know. Maybe we got to go back to camp atmosphere and script and just do more, ball control drills. Sometimes that's a mentality too. You got to protect the football when you get in tough physical situations. It's guys playing hard and trying to get yards, but we have to protect the ball.
Carson Arone, you switched quarterbacks, went to Carson. He did throw a pick six in the third quarter. Didn't try to do that either, but I thought as the game progressed, he performed well, engineered an 80-yard touchdown drive where he was, I think, 5 of 9 for 52 yards passing. Talk about his play and if that will be the plan moving forward.
I think we got 2 good guys. Really got 3 with Brady, Frazier, but we kind of talked to Brady this week. We've got to can't keep tripling up or splitting up reps into 3. I think that's not time effective, and Brady's a kid. You saw we can use him in the backfield. We use him in a fullback set when we go under center. So we decided to go with those 2, and I talked to Braden at halftime too, Dunn, and he said, well, I try me at slot. Let's go with Carson, and he's going to make mistakes. They all have made mistakes. I mean, we're going to throw interceptions at times. They sat on that real well. I think it was like a 3rd and medium, and we wanted to try to hit him with a crossing route, and we just didn't get to where we wanted to get to, and the ball comes out. I mean, he feels bad, but he did some good things. He has some good awareness. I think Braden has some good awareness in the passing game, but he gives you more in the running game. So we got 2 guys that are effective there, and I think we're going to keep using them both. And I can't fault either one of them. I think but Braden played really hard when he had the ball in his hands.
All right. Well, I'm going to have some fun with you because I think overall there were some good things here tonight for the Wildcats. Brian Mills scored your only touchdown. That was his second varsity touchdown. Do you remember his first? Because there were 18 missed guesses. I had that number, the location right on my lineup chart.
I want to correct you. I think it's his third varsity touchdown.
Is it his third?
He had a kick return
Nothing
here.
last year.
Kick return against Township.
Last year?
Yeah. And then
wasn't in our stats.
Well, I hope it counted in the score.
Okay. How about a touchdown run then?
Meyersdale.
You got it.
2 years ago,
I knew you'd get it.
That's when Joe Izzy said, "I think we need to look out for him. He's an up and comer." And Brian's earned a shot, and Brian, I think he's slowly starting to figure it out. When he does, his shiftiness and quickness is going to become a little more evident. We got to get him a little bit flashier in the open field.
You're going to shift from home to away next week at Penn's Manor. Just a quick preview of that game. They won tonight at 20-6 out at West Shamokin.
Yeah, it's typical Billy and his staff. I mean, they lost a lot of kids. They have low numbers. They're going to be ready. They do what they do. I say it every year, both sides of the ball. We're at a juncture now where we really could use a win, obviously, but it's not going to be an easy thing to do. They play well out there, and we got to be ready. I'm proud of our kids, though. They worked. They really worked harder this week. I thought Wednesday evening was our best practice in a while, and you can only just hope for growth. You got to black out the scoreboard or the record book right now and not worry about 0-2, which everybody will. But you can't do that. And you come back and focus and you get win number one, you never know what will happen. I told them 2010, we're 0-2, run off 7 in a row.
Coach, clean up the mistakes, and there's no question if you keep playing like this Wildcat team will win some football games. Thanks for doing this. We'll see you next week.
Thank you guys very much.
Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Head coach Greg Page, Adam Rising on deck as we continue on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. Marion Center wins at 19-6. And you're listening and watching on the Renda Media Football Network presented by IRMC.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd Semi-Annual Floor Sample Sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office.
We're hustling in and put that headset on. You're ready to go. And Coach, welcome to the post-game show and congratulations. I bet it feels good for multiple reasons. We didn't talk a lot about it, but 11-game winning streak for Homer Center. It's the only team in the conference you hadn't beaten. And I don't know if you knew this, but the first time that Marion Center has won a football game on this field since 2006.
Wow. I did not recognize that, but thank you for the positive encouragement.
Well, hey, I'm sure just the way you wanted the game to start, you had to call a timeout before you ran a play, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a little equipment malfunction.
So is that what it was?
Like these kids with all their bells and whistles, and unfortunately a bell broke, and there was, but we were able to bounce back and execute on that first drive, which was huge.
I was going to say another thing that broke was Homer Center's defense because of a big play that your son made. Cam threw a strike on a 3rd down and 11, a 68-yard touchdown pass. Noah McCoy hauled it in, his second long pass in as many weeks. This one wasn't a spinorama deflection like the Portage one, right? But it was a thing of beauty to watch.
Absolutely. Credit to the offensive line to give Cam the opportunity to throw that ball down the field. And Noah's just continue to do what Noah does. He's just he's got lightning speed and high points the ball well. And made a little move, and number 34 got tripped up on that play, but we were able to execute. And a lot of guys were able to tonight. Plowshock had a big night for us. Drew keeps as a workhorse for us and just chips away. And just all around, it was a good team win this evening.
Saw a lot of physicality out there, Adam, on your side.
hats off to our defense, Mark. It's 2 weeks in a row. We had that 0 on the board there up to the last couple minutes, and Coach Ackerson was upset to give up a score. But guys got after it. I think we created 3 turnovers. Plauschnock had that pick. Tyler Phillips, TP, prayers with him. He was headed to the ER. But he had that pick 6, and then we had a fumble recovery. So, hey, if we're a better defensive team right now, and to be able to, limit plays, limit big plays, get off the field on third down, and give our offense opportunities, we're okay with that.
Yeah, I guess the latter stages of that first half, it's a 6-0 game, and interception by Dan Jones sets Homer Center up. Then the fumble that you talked about, you get it right back on the very next play. And that was really a turning point in this football game. Instead of 6-0 at halftime, they are getting the ball to start the second half. You turn that into points, and that's what good teams do. They make teams pay for turnovers.
That drive was huge. We got the ball back. I think it was like 1:14 to go, and we were out of timeouts. And it's like we got to go hurry up. And we had some big third down conversions there. Receivers were able to catch the ball on the sidelines, get out of bounds. Again, Drew had a big play. Cam was able to scramble, get the ball downfield to Plauschnock and McCoy. And again, that was a positive thing we wanted to tell our guys at halftime. Like, listen, we just showed what type of drive we can put together in a short period of time. We just need to be more consistent with that as offensively as well.
Big pick 6 to start the second half. Tyler Phillips, man, he just read it beautifully and returned it 25 yards for all intent and purposes. I'm sure you didn't feel this way, but to put the game away.
Yeah, it was huge. That was huge. Tyler's been he's just a tough linebacker for us. That linebacker core between TP and Cam, Landon Cook, Trent Slavinsky, Ronk. We're subbing a lot of guys in and out to keep fresh, especially on a hot night tonight. And it's been a while since we started 2-0, and we're really happy to where we're at. But there's just a lot of room for improvement, and we're going to get back to the drawing boards. We got a long week of recovery. We're playing next Saturday night, but hats off to Coach Page and his guys. I thought they come out this evening and played a lot harder. They were physical as well. They gave us some fits. They had a good game plan to take away our weak side belly, and they're going to keep on getting better, but we have to keep on getting better and make this week 3 against Cambria Heights a huge climb for us. Yeah,
credit Homer Center second half. Other than the pick 6, offensively, you didn't touch the end zone. I'm sure maybe you throttled back a little bit from a schematic standpoint, but hats off to Greg's club for playing hard till we hit 000 here tonight.
Absolutely.
51-0 Cambria Heights over Purchase Line, so they're going to be a handful next week, and it's a game that we are going to have on Renda Digital TV, no radio, video stream only, so that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to the home opener next week, and you could have picked a better game, easier opponent, right, for your home opener.
Right. Yeah, we've been on the road now for 3 weeks in a row, and so it's going to be nice to not have to rush out Friday and get on a bus and go. And it's exciting. It's been a while. I think way back when we played Juniata Valley playoff game back, I'm going to guess around 2011. To play Saturday night. So, yeah, it'll be great for the community, great for the kids, and we're excited.
All the spotlight. I think you'll have a lot of people coming out for that game, too, from all over the Heritage Conference. It's going to be an early season marquee matchup. I know I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Adam, thanks for doing this. Thanks for hanging in there with us, and congratulations on a nice victory tonight. You're 2-0 for the first time since 2020, by the way. Not that long ago, but it's a good start for the Stingers. We appreciate you joining us.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Adam Rising, head coach of the Marion Center Stingers. We're going to come back for a final time. We'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard in 30 seconds from now when we continue for a final time on Renda Media Football Network, presented by IRMC.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to let the community know that due to unfortunate flooding circumstances at their downtown location, they have temporarily moved their inventory to their Indiana Mall store. Elegance and affordability like never before at Luxembourg's overflowing Indiana Mall location. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of Luxembourg's store-wide sale. So if you're looking for breathtaking engagement rings or searching for a stunning Christmas gift, there's no need to wait. Now is the time to visit the store-wide sale at Luxembourg's Jewelers Indiana Mall location.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
On WCCS Radio, and we are back live on Renda Digital TV. We'll get to the out-of-town scoreboard after this 19-6 Marion Center victory. Ward, you give me your quick snapshot. Cambria Heights 51, Purchase Line nothing.
Not a big surprise there.
Portage 47, Conemaugh Valley 8.
That's a surprise after the whooping they took last week to this very Marion Center team here.
Penns Manor 19, West Shamokin 6.
West Shamokin rebounded, huh? Mm-hmm. Played pretty well.
River Valley led 32-0 at the half, 39-14 final score.
Yeah, pretty much took care of that game early.
I think a surprise, not necessarily by who won, but by the final score. Northern Cambria 27, United Valley nothing.
Yeah, I would have thought United would have got a couple touchdowns there, but Northern's tough.
Indiana in WPIAL action. In overtime, they scored first, kicked an extra point. Ringgold scored. I think they missed a 2-point conversion, and that was a 14-13 win for Indiana. 26th straight loss for Ringgold. So next up for Homer Center, it's a trip to Penns Manor. We'll be there next Friday night, 6:15 airtime. I think the Marion Center Stingers played a heck of a football game for the second week in a row, and Homer Center also grew, although it ends up in the loss column.
Yeah, I think they learned a lot tonight, and they knew that they could play with some of these teams, and I think we're going to have a pretty even game next week.
All right, that does it from Memorial Field. Marion Center breaks that long losing streak to Homer Center. We want to thank our entire crew, our spotter Jerry Rossi, statistician extraordinaire, our spotter in the booth, Dennis Mester, cameraman tonight, Ted Maseko upstairs in the field camera, Chris Yonner. Chris, thanks for hanging in there with us. Our executive producer back at WCCS's studios, Michael Burdig. Our digital manager and producer on the video side here in the booth, John Smathers. And speaking for Ward Hilliard, Mark Burdig reminding you that the final score here tonight, Marion Center wins at 19-6 over the Homer Center Wildcats. Until we talk to you next Friday night from Pat Corrigan Field at Penns Manor High School. So long, everybody, and have a great Labor Day weekend. Enjoy it.
You've been listening to an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Sports Night on News